Before there was light, there was darkness. There was chaos. An endless war between the gods and their enemies. A war the gods could not win. Till a champion arose, wielding a weapon of otherworldly power. The war was won, the enemy banished, but the weapon was shattered, its fragments scattered across the new formed world. Now, thousands of years later, many seek the fragments of that long-lost weapon. Among them, our 5 brave heroes. The druid, troubled by dreams and his own temper. The blacksmith turned warrior in search of revenge. The raider, determined to protect her friends and her growing family. The traveller from a distant land, guardian of those down on their luck. And the girl willing to sell her soul for a taste of adventure. Their hunt will take them to distant and dangerous lands, far beyond the borders of Isfjell.
Going on. Give me a second. I'm not sure why it's reacting this way. Are you okay? They should be able to hear you now, Tis. So I will work on mine. So. You guys make.
Yay,
Jeez.
plant people.
No.
Everything is
No
better
more.
with plant people.
No more plant people. Did I miss a day? Where's this plant people? Or are you talking about the moss-covered
Okay,
people?
can you hear? You can hear them now. Can you hear me?
They thought they were deaf.
Yes.
I understand.
All right.
I
We
just want to
can.
know if
Apologize.
Okay,
All
sorry
right,
about that. I had my computer just lost its marbles a couple of days ago, and I had to rebuild everything. And apparently, the audio did not repatch for OBS, so I apologize.
First problem is you
It is
shouldn't have
fixed
marbles in your computer. That is not one of the PC.
But I like the way they ping as they go across the fans.
I guess.
Oh, you rigged it to be like a pinball machine on top of being a computer?
Yeah, maybe I should use marbles instead of ball bearings.
Might
In
help.
the middle would
In the giant hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't put your balls in your computer.
True.
And thank you, Chael, for lowering the tone there. So, last week,
Tam.
our heroes arrived at Tiathnara, the Druid Grove, bringing with them the body of Ira and their new companion, the Blood Hunter, Uno. Wait, I'm going to get the direction wrong that way. And they, having spoken to the Druid leader there, they discovered that the Druids can bring Ira back, but there will be a price and a cost. Conveniently, there was a dwarf druid there who had the necessary diamond needed to bring Ira back. Less conveniently, that dwarf has a very long to-do list. And in return for the gift of her very, very valuable diamond, Torvald and Adair sign the party on to a near infinite list of
tasks for this dwarf druid, a woman named Fenelon. And they are now currently partway through task number 1, which was to go to the town of Bonebrook and work out what was going on and resolve it. Now, it turns out what's going on in Bonebrook is essentially evil, murderous water. On approaching the swampy town, they were attacked by the swamp itself and also crocodiles. Once in the town, they spoke with several of the gnomish residents and the local administrator, an elf named Vivin, who Shale bullied into providing her with a dressing gown and also the use of his bed. And then the use of him as a hot water bottle.
That was cold.
The next day, the party spoke to the village elder, Granny Twig, who pointed them in the direction of a nearby well, called by locals as the Devil's Well. They headed off into the swamp, and on approaching the well, they were greeted by a rather stressed-looking lizard folk, who, through means of draconic translation provided by Aldis, informed them that the waters of the swamp had become angered by someone befouling the well by throwing multiple dead things down it, starting off with a little old lady. And as this discussion was going on, out of the corner of his eye, Torvald watched some of the water starting to ripple and starting to move. And as this water surged up in a great column, he'd cast a spell on it to hold it in the safe. But unfortunately, it's not the only water that is looking a little lively. You see further down the channel more of this angry, surging, twisting water heading upwards towards you. And on that note, I would like you all to begin tonight by, unless I remember to make you roll it last time, roll me initiative, please. And write it down, because I just need to look some.
I rolled a 14, so 13. Yeah.
I rolled a 4, so 3.
Oh, no.
I rolled a
13 for
5,
Torvald.
so it's supposed to be 6.
Okay.
17.
And I'm going to call that, well, that wasn't combat, but that dice is still done. Okay.
What was it again, is there?
I'm sorry?
What did you say? You got a 3?
3.
Wow. So that's I don't know, got his foot stuck in the swamp.
I got an 18.
Have we
Is that okay?
fought anything since our last long rest?
No, I don't think we
No.
have.
Okay, I think I had accidentally checked off a level 2 spell slot for some reason. I don't remember
You did
casting it.
you did just cast a spell around.
Yeah, that's a 3rd level spell though. I have that checked off, but I don't
Yes,
see.
unless you've used the spell for any other means.
I don't think so.
I'll go back and watch the other stream real quick. Be back in.
Okay, pause. We're just going to go back and look through.
I'm looking
the
through
footage
all
from
of my
last week.
spells, and there's like none that I would have used.
I burned
that
a
can think of.
wild shape, but I think that was it. I don't remember you doing any spells.
We've got to properly confirm this. I'm sorry, Isfjell is cancelled this week. We have some investigation to do. We cannot let a 2nd level spell slot be used unfairly. There's a new strict regime here. Okay, so Torvald, just describe what they'd see with your spell you cast previously, this circle that's been cast up, as I just...
Sure. So as this water is kind of forming, you just see these runes form a circle around it, and then these pillars of electricity go up as they're connected by this kind of like lattice network of this like sparking energy that you see there. It's 10-foot radius, so it's 20 foot wide and 20 feet tall. Big cylinder of just like electrical energy.
Did you just put the water in a Faraday in a cage?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so with one of these watery beings trapped in a cage of energy, the other one down the stream is still surging up towards you. Uno, it is your turn first. Crisara, you'll be next.
Yes, okay. Once again, water is not my forte, so this is annoying. Let's see. So that water's in a cage. Great. Good for them. Oh, let's see. I will go ahead and move closer to the well. 5, 15, 20. I'll be here.
Okay, so you're wading through this swampy ground.
Oh, is that difficult terrain?
I'm going to say the parts next to the water channels will be difficult terrain.
Great. I'll be about here then.
Yeah. Sorry, should have said this earlier.
No, that's okay.
It is.
And then I will go ahead and no, that's okay. I will hold an action. I won't use any right damage. I'll just hold the action to where if one of the water beings comes close to me, I'll go ahead and slash at it with my greatsword.
All right. Crisara.
Let's
Alright.
see. So I'm actually going to stand where I am because it's difficult terrain through here, right? Okay.
You're in a swamp, yep.
And I'm just going to swear loudly in Primordial and how am I supposed to
Very diplomatic of you, Crisara.
supposed to beat water? Do you
Water turns slightly towards Crisara.
Wait, do you speak Primordial?
It does not speak.
Well, and she'll swear again. So it does not speak Primordial.
I can understand Primordial is another matter. It does not speak in return.
Why are you so angry? Can you not attack us?
The water does not respond.
Nice.
Right.
I'm not diplomatic. I smash things with a hammer.
Any of you diplomatic?
Can you just go away?
And the water, is that your turn?
No, wait, hold on. Wait, God, I'm a genius. I have a rod of ruling. I want to use it. Help me. And make this go away.
Okay. So what are you trying to do with your magic spider stick?
Just say, hey
Okay.
lady, calm down. That always works.
Oh God, no. That's like the worst. Never works. I want to get him to not attack us.
Okay, so your
Preferably
target, so you
just
can
go.
choose essentially each target within 120 feet of you, so presumably the two water monsters.
Okay, so I can pick one of the two.
No, both of them.
Oh, awesome. I want both of them.
Yeah. Okay, and what are you going with here as your command?
I want them to both stand down, not attack us, and I want to see if I can get them to give me any information about why they're taking people.
So it's now the water's turn, and you watch as the water, this surging angry churn of mass, seems to calm a little and twists and turns. This one draws up a little closer, and you watch as one sort of, I won't call it an arm as much as a tendril of water moves out, and it points towards the well.
If we clean this well for you, will that help you and make it to where you won't abduct any more people? I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
It does not have thumbs.
Can you nod or shake your head?
And you watch the water. The water is starting to spill over the top of the well. There seems to be something moving within the well itself now. But Torvald, as this is going on, is there anything you would like to do?
As this is going on? Is it my turn now?
Your turn's next. This is what I had to call semi-initiative, depending on what actions you take.
Gotcha. What is it trying to say to us? Do you understand it at all? Talking to Crisara.
I can't understand a word they're saying. They seem to understand Primordial, but I don't think they can speak. But
do you think it has something to do with the well over there?
Absolutely. That is what he was pointing at.
I would like to move toward the well.
Okay, so you're through this muddy ground.
Yes, I do not have control of my character for some reason.
Yeah, that is most bizarre. I will fix that for you. There you go.
So it's half, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like backing away as this is going on, like, nope.
Wait, can I talk to him before he runs away?
If it's fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in Draconic, I'm gonna say, what? Can you understand what they're saying?
No, I don't speak water. Water doesn't speak. And as this is going on, you can see the water twisting up from the well itself. And you can see it twisting up into the form of what appears to be a vaguely humanoid form rising up from the waters of the well. And it looks over to Crisara. We think it looks. Its face doesn't have any eyes. Who seeks to steal from me?
We do not
Who seeks to subdue mine children?
Put it behind my back. Is this in Primordial?
This is it's sort of both. You can hear it in seems to be almost primordial, common, layered over each other. It's both at once, somewhat neither. I think part of it is perhaps telepathic.
We don't want to steal anything from you. I simply wanted them to not attack us. We're trying to help.
Make me a persuasion check as you're trying. This is.
What's my persuasion?
Godspeed.
Please.
This watery form towers upwards from the well. You can see that it's this large humanoid form. You can see it raising up what appears to be some kind of spear or trident. More of like a wonky trident in one hand. What do you get, Chrisara?
I got a 12.
You can clear this well. You can make those who despoiled it pay.
We're going to try. How can we clean it? Just if we empty it, will that
The well cannot be emptied.
of the gross, not water?
And we're currently out of initiative, by the way. We might go back in depending on the course of this conversation, but we're not on initiative at the moment.
I'm
So I'm just gonna put a pin in it
wait, hold
at
on.
that point in the order.
Torvald's gonna lean into to Uno and go, I think my circle might have been a little premature this time.
Premature in circulation.
That's okay.
I'm going to actually Torvald, you're standing right next to me, correct?
Yes.
Do you have that hat of water breathing thing?
Aye.
Okay. And I'm gonna say loud enough to everyone, tie a rope around my waist and throw me in?
What?
Does that need attunement, the water breathing hat? I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't have the actual item because it's not in my D&D Beyond, so I'm not 100% sure on the...
Nope. Write it down.
Are you sure you want to be the one diving down that well?
It does not require attunement.
I don't
Well,
think that they'll hurt her as long as
does anybody else have prestidigitation to clean?
I'm not sure it's that. There's probably bodies down there.
we'll have to bring them up.
Mhm.
Are you all right with touching them?
Adair sighs and says, "It always do the opposite."
Torvald Stradamus. For those of you who don't know, I said this in the chat about something completely unrelated, that the next thing he would turn into would be an
An
octopus.
octopus, yes. And I have done it before, so.
No, just lend me the hat and I'll go down there and I'll do what I can. I can also, shoot things at them that can work if something unsavory happens.
Careful about shooting anything in the...
You'd be careful. Torvald will take the hat out and hand it to her.
My friend is
He put
going
on
to
this
attempt
little knitted blue hat.
with little blue stripes going up and across and around.
It has ear
flaps.
flaps, though, right?
No, this does not have ear flaps.
Darn.
It's got a bobble on top.
Oh, I was going to say, I have a knitted blue hat somewhere. It doesn't have a bobble on top.
Oh.
But, okay. Who's got rope?
I think I have a lot of rope. Because I stock up on rope every time we go somewhere. I think I have
or
like,
makeshift.
I got all the
Makeshift
rope you
seatbelts
want.
and stuff.
All right. Give me some, and I'll start.
Are we just sending her in by herself?
Well,
I'll-
unless you can breathe underwater. What?
I'll
Unless,
pretty
speak
sure
to
you
unless
can't.
I can breathe underwater? No,
you?
haven't been taught that skill yet. Okay.
I'll tell the creature what we're doing, and as long as we don't hurt it, I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
will relay to the creature what we're doing.
You will remove the bodies, and then you will seek vengeance on those who did this. Yes.
Yes, but we're sending our friend down, so you cannot harm her.
Okay. She might drown.
She has a way to breathe underwater. She'll be all right.
Well,
I am going to see if I've got any threads or anything so I can maybe tie this.
I have blue ribbon.
Yes. Okay. Can I have your ribbon?
Yeah, here. And I'll hand over the blue ribbon.
I'm gonna feed it through a couple. I'm gonna try to weave it through some of the knitting, bring it down, and weave it through the other end. Pull it tight, and then tie it. So I've got a big blue bow under my chin.
At least it matches.
It's stunning, and
It's a winner.
Godspeed to you.
so Aldous is heading down. You're heading down alone, Aldous.
Who's holding onto the rope?
Be me and Torvald?
I don't know if you want me to
tank?
do it. You probably.
I'll do it.
I'd be
My
happy to
strength's
help.
pretty high. And
Yeah, I could help if necessary.
So the three of you like, I'm holding the rope. I'm holding the rope. Yes,
I'll
okay,
take
so
it.
you've got the rope, and Aldous, the well is completely full to the brim of water. This is a very weird looking well. There's no sort of shaft down. It's more like a pond, almost a very deep pond. Descending down into darkness below, and towering over the edge of this beneath the tree is this large watery form.
I'm starting to regret this. I'm thinking we should leave well enough alone.
they will attack us if we don't.
It's a pun-free zone.
It's not a pun-free zone.
Everybody just ignores the pun.
Okay, so Aldous, as you are lowered down, it is very cold in this well.
How
And-
far down do I see?
You've got dark vision, right?
She has devil sight.
You've got double sight, so
Devil's sight.
you can see down. It's a bit murky down towards the bottom. You can see the water's starting to grow murky down towards the bottom, and down on the bottom you can see scattered bones and the half decomposed body, sort of wrapped in sort of ragged dress and cloak, sort of greyish hair streaming out into the water, and this sort of slightly decomposed, eyeless face staring back up at you of, well, at a best guess, you'd say it looks quite a lot like Granny Twig.
I'm not in the water yet.
I thought
Right.
maybe you were going down the.
I thought you were going.
Yeah, this is
down.
Oh,
literally in the
okay.
water. This is what you see.
Okay,
This
so
is what you
as
see in
I'm
the
going
water.
down into the water.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see. Okay, so I see scattered bones, and then I also see.
Like I said, part of it is sort of started decomposing, falling apart, rotting away. There's also, you see, well, a couple of rats, perhaps a rabbit. I can't remember what other animals I picked out of a hat when I was.
They were all
saying what they've
smaller
thrown
than
down
a goat.
there.
They were all smaller than a
Yes.
goat. I am going to start collecting the animal bones first, and as my arms get full, I'm going to swim back up or pull on the rope to have them pull me back up.
Okay. So if you're sort of hauling her back up, you see Alice emerge from the well. So there's armfuls of rotting animal bones and bits of carcass. I really wish we were playing Cthulhu now. I keep wondering. Say sanity roll, sanity roll, sanity roll.
Well, I think Constitution would fit.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean.
Don't give her any ideas, Tab.
Yeah, stop it.
I can't.
Get
It's
over
my
this.
inner DM. I can't turn it off.
Mute.
Hey,
Mute
hey.
yourself.
I sacrificed. What did I sacrifice? Goat? Dog thing. I sacrificed the wolf dog
Yeah.
thing.
No. What I will ask is a Constitution roll for this really cold water.
Okay.
It
Do
is
I have a
unnaturally
bonus?
cold
Oh, I get a +2.
down there. Ooh.
That's a 13.
It's quite unnaturally cold down there, but not quite so bad that you would be exhausted by it.
All right.
Thankfully.
As I've dropped the carcasses and bones over the edge of the side of the well, I'm gonna say there's a full body down there, and it kind of looks like Granny Twig. At least that's what it reminds me of.
I thought there was something off about that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the lucky charm that I had.
The eyeball swivels around to stare at you.
Oh god.
Is it glass or is it what is it?
It's a real eyeball.
I'm gonna smash it on the side of the, not on the edge of it, but on the side of it. I'm gonna smash it, squish it,
Uno
destroy
is
it.
repulsed.
You know what? Just for the fun of it, make me a strength just to see how this is gonna go.
It's now humans.
Strength?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 10.
There's now squished eyeball over the rim of the well in the water.
No, on the other side.
Oh.
It was on the outside. I can't squish that on the inside. On the outside, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna rub at. I'm gonna rub at the side of the well, and I'm gonna say scrubby, 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 and it's using prestidigitation to clean it up and make it go away.
Wow.
Water sort of looms back, and you see daylight again as the water just stops, like towering over you.
You cleaned it.
Mm-hmm. There's more down there. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go back in.
God.
Yeah. How long was your circle up for, by the way, Torvald?
An hour.
This water's just kind of swaying back and forth. The other one is swaying closer to you, sort of leaning closer to Chrysara. Like,
I'll reach out and pet it if it gets close enough.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can move into the circle.
Well, there's one right behind me. It's not in the circle. I'll pet that one.
but yes, Aldous, you descend back down again into the cold waters of the well. This time you see the remains of the old woman's body down there.
Okay, I am going to try to gather her body all in one piece. Because you said it's a decaying body. It's not completely falling apart.
Yes, it's not completely falling apart. It's just starting to suffer
Yeah.
from being
in the water for too long. Yeah, I'm gonna try and bring up as much of her body as all at once as possible.
okay. Are you? You can't really swim up carrying this, so this will be
Another haul up.
say an athletics check for whoever is hauling her up, with advantage if they've got help from someone else.
So that's Crisara or Uno. Athletics.
I'd be happy to. Oh, okay. Athletics?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
great. That's a 16.
Yep, you haul a dripping Aldous up again, soaked to the skin and carrying this corpse. And the water creature leans inquiringly down, sort of.
This
And
time
then
I'm asking, can you help me get out of here so I can or take the body from me? I've got my legs braced on either side of the well, trying to hold myself steady.
Torvald will go over there and help grab it.
Is that everything?
Let me check one more time and
Why don't you ask her? And I'll point to the water lady.
did I get everything?
Maybe. You're very helpful. I could do with someone being helpful around here.
We'll get someone to help you. Aldous is not going to stay.
Oh. The water pulls back. Yes. That's clean, I suppose. But I still want those pesky solid people who keep throwing things down here dead, and their little, what do you call it? Chopped up tree thing dragged down into the swamp where it belongs.
Chopped up tree thing.
You know, you chop up trees and then they walk on them and under them.
A bridge? House?
Chopped up tree thing?
Shut the tree thing.
I don't think they're all at fault here. I think that there's more to this. They're not all guilty. But we will handle the guilty party for you. But you have to leave the rest of them alone as long as they're innocent. Stop taking them.
Please. And at that point, I'm getting out of the well.
The water sort of looks at you, and it's honestly hard to get a read on it because it's water. And then as Aldous steps on others, there's a splash as the water creature sinks back down into the well with a splash. And for now, it's gone. The two other columns of water are still there, sort of twisting and turning.
Perhaps they could be of use. They could help us.
What possibly could you mean?
Well, right now they're technically kind of listen to me, so maybe they can help us.
I think the granny twig that we found isn't the real granny twig.
Let's drown her.
The one in the well. Or the one that we talked to earlier.
The one that we talked to earlier.
Okay.
We've seen this before. The one we talked to earlier is probably one of our friends.
Oh, not again. No. Well, what's the plan?
Una will go and investigate the body, if possible. Was that just, that was just thrown somewhere, wasn't it?
Torvald's still struggling to like.
Oh, okay, cool.
Into the swamp. Yeah. What are you looking for? Maybe investigation check. Are you looking for anything in particular?
So I guess because my difficulty is we didn't know Twig before, and so I'm trying to see if there's anything that stands out that would lead me to believe that this is like a fake body or like a real body, or if there's any jarring differences between the two.
All right. What do you get on your investigation?
Uno is not very good at this. Actually, no, she is good at this. She's 11. That's enough.
Searching through the body. I mean, you only met Granny Twig once and briefly.
Yeah.
This body. You don't search. I mean, you've searched bodies before, probably, so you're not too put off by.
I specialize in undead, so if it seems like it is dead,
it's definitely dead, not
okay.
Undead.
Great.
And so you find sort of she's wearing sort of these wooden bead necklaces, and there is one with a sort of roughly carved sort of almost like amulet on the end in the shape of an eye, carved out of wood.
Okay, I'll go ahead and snap that off and show it to Aldous. This one has an eye as well, but it's
wooden.
Gross.
Not, yeah. Do I still have the string that the lucky charm was on?
It's got a bit mushed eyeball on it, but yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm going to sit my sodden self down on the firmest piece of ground that I can find, and I'm going to cast Identify on what's remaining.
On the string?
On the string and the little bit of eye that's left on it.
Okay, are you casting this as a ritual, or are you casting
as
this
a ritual, because that's all I can cast it as.
Okay, so as
right
as 10 minutes
11
goes
minutes.
on, 11 minutes. Are the rest of you up to anything? You're standing in this swamp.
I'm talking to the little elemental that's standing next to me.
It doesn't seem hugely intelligent, to be honest. It's like now it seems happy to sort of please. It's more like a happy little pet at the moment, but it's yeah, perhaps not the smartest water.
I'm just gonna pet it and be like, "You can help us."
And when you touch it, it's weird because it's not solid at all. It's just water.
Can you dispel your own spells, or they just kind of last for their duration?
You can dispel.
Yeah, you can always stop it.
Okay. Would you like me to
Did I
let
tell
you
you
on?
how many charges that staff had, by the way? Did I tell you the charges on that staff?
It does. It has per day. How many? Is it one per day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you like me to let your other pet out of the cage?
I think it's safe to do so.
She dominated both of them, right? You commanded both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Charmed.
Charmed them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Torvald will go
Ooh.
up to the runes, and he's going to take his axe out, and he's just going to kind of scrape along the rune so it breaks as the spell dissipates.
And the now more friendly water splashes past Torvald, sort of splashing him with murky swamp water as it rushes towards Krasara.
So,
But as 10 minutes... Sorry, yeah?
I was just gonna make conversation in the 10 minutes. So is this y'all's normal? Is this just what you guys do?
Pretty much. We usually end up in situations that are pretty strange.
And you seek that specifically?
Not specifically, but it kind of found us, and we're trying to save the world and everything, so...
Oh, you're trying to save the world.
Well, we enjoy living, so... We'd rather not it end.
Is that a threat that's happening right now?
Aye.
Okay. Alright. That's unfortunate.
It's quite a bit to explain, but you're gonna have to trust us on this one.
Sure, I mean, I'll trust you guys, I guess.
One thing, if you see anything like this, you're gonna want to kill it.
Like this.
Aye.
Like a kraken?
More or less, but more like a person.
A
than a beast.
kraken person.
Aye.
Oh, I'll have to tell 4 about that one.
4, you say?
Yeah.
Who's 4?
Oh, I haven't talked to him in a while. My brother.
Just named after numbers?
Yeah, our family's not very clever with names, I suppose.
That's the bastard
Names-
that stole our flying ship.
Names don't hold that much value. Excuse me?
What?
He knocked me over the head and stole my ship.
Who did 4?
Aye.
You've met 4. I thought he might be dead by now, actually.
Well, I haven't
Actually, I'm
seen him in
pretty
a
sure-
while, but...
Pretty sure he was dead. It's complicated. I'm not very happy with this situation, admittedly. He's a difficult brother to have.
So, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4?
There's about... I'd say there's about 7 of us now.
Are you all named after the order you were born in?
Our age, yeah. We're not biological. We're, adopted.
Adopted by who?
Ooh. Never really gave a name, to be honest.
So a random
You don't know who
person?
your parents are.
No, not particularly. It was more like training.
For what?
Whatever we wanted to specialize in. I was the first, so.
What did you specialize in?
Undead, necromancy. Killing those things. Killing mostly.
Interesting field.
Defending, yeah. It's been interesting. It makes me feel better. So, that's why I was wandering around these parts. I heard there was some stuff going on. I just kind of wander and do my best. That's kind of the whole family thing. We're just trying to bring fame to the Diamond's name.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's how we are categorized. I'm like the ace, Uno, of diamonds.
I'm confused.
It's a lot.
It
Sorry,
doesn't take much to confuse him.
It's
Hey.
okay. Y'all have just as much to unpack, so we don't need to worry about all of my baggage, because I don't particularly want to learn all of y'all's.
We don't have any baggage.
That's a lie. Yo, that's a lie.
We're all perfectly normal.
I met
Right,
you.
Torvald?
I met you, and one of your party members was dead. That's at least a little baggage.
Well, it's a little.
We tend to think of her as a carrier.
Oh no.
Okay, so as this discussion goes on, Aldous, you have identified your string as a piece of string which has a bit of mushed eyeball attached to it. Sadly, whatever the eyeball thing was has been destroyed.
Oh well. The chances of it actually having anything. Yeah. Okay, that was a waste. Let's go.
It's as useless as a mug of endless ale. Put over.
Hey! That was not useless, and I am still upset about that.
Extremely.
All right, well, we better go stop this twig.
Come along, little pets.
Torvald will head off in the direction of where we came from.
Yep.
Okay, so you retrace your path back through the swamps. Whoever's taking the lead here, make me a survival check as you find your way back through this maze of waterways and swampy ground, being followed by these two sort of moving mounds of water. Occasionally they veer off, sort of investigate a grass or a bit of tree.
So if I assume like Adair went first.
I'm happy to, unless somebody else wants to.
Okay. No, I would say like
Okay.
Adair and Torvald would probably go and like scout out ahead.
It's a 14.
I gotta keep track of these.
That is a 14, mistress.
Okay, 14. So you were able to find your way back towards Granny Twig's hut without too much difficulty. You can see this small hut sat out in the swamps, a little path leading up to its front door, small garden out the front with plants and fungi, a little scarecrow to make sure with a crow sat on it.
I actually want to observe the scarecrow. Does it have an eyeball in it?
Ooh, make me a perception check as you approach the hut.
That's a natural 20 plus 1, so a total of 21.
Nice.
It has a single eye.
Does it move?
How close are you getting?
Oh, I'm going to get close to it. As close as whatever is around it will let me.
Okay, so as you draw closer, when you're about sort of 15 feet or so away, you notice the eye go. It swivels back and forth in the socket. At this point, you sort of said. So yeah, about 15 feet or so away from this skeleton. Are the rest of you following Aldous up the path?
I'm gonna hang back because of the two water giants to sort of keep them hidden. That's our secret weapon in case we need it.
Torvald will follow.
I'm going to
Okay.
just point at it. Mm-hmm.
That's a bit disconcerting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's asleep. It doesn't look asleep to me.
Those voices from beyond.
Sleeps.
Wait, who said that?
Sleeps. The ghost of a dwarf.
I don't want to go to bed.
Anyway,
Torvald will just stare back at it.
Okay, so Torvald and Aldous are having a staring. Well, Torvald's having a staring competition with this scarecrow, and as he's doing so, you hear the door of the hut open, and the form of Granny Twig, this not actually ancient, because as we established, she's probably only about sort of middle age or so, halfling, steps out onto the steps and goes, "Oh, back so soon. Did you have a lovely time over at Devil's Well?"
I'm still soaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet?
I took a swim.
Do you want to come inside and get warmed up?
Why is your scarecrow staring at me?
It's a doorbell. Yes, we know if people are coming.
All right.
Do you want to come in, get warmed up? I'll put a fire on, get those clothes dry.
I look at Torvald. You want to join me inside?
No one else is there. Just the two of us.
The others are there. Cressara said she was hanging a bit further back with the water monsters, but Uno and Adair, I think, are there. Don't know.
They haven't said anything, so.
Uno is there.
There, but holding back a distance and not scarecrow.
Yeah, I'll stand with Adair if Adair's hanging back.
Okay, so it's just me and Torvald. You want to go inside with me?
I think we best speak outside.
Okay. It's really cold standing around on the step. Come a bit closer. I don't have to shout.
Well, we have a few questions for you.
Sure. What are your questions? What's occurring?
Do you know of anyone that went missing? That might have ended up in the well?
I mean, a lot of people have gone missing around here lately. It's sort of been a reoccurring problem. We've had at least half a dozen or so villagers go missing in the last few weeks.
Anyone
that's
significant?
That's what you hear about, isn't it?
Anyone significant you can think of? Not just
All
random
the
villagers.
All villagers are significant. I don't know. Well, you suggest that people around here don't matter.
I mean anyone you know personally that might have been important.
I mean, I had a second cousin who was a fisherman, went missing, and the Pilwickan family, they were dear friends of mine. Both Pilwickan brothers went missing. One went out in the swamps, and then the other went out looking for his brother.
What was your cousin's name?
My cousin?
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, cousin Dave.
Your cousin Dave. That's a strange name.
Surprisingly common. You never met a Dave before?
And apparently all of them drown. For some reason.
Every Dave drowns.
Every Dave is drowned.
Don't drown 3 Daves.
Hey, that's 3 Daves that we know that drowned.
He's gonna fucking die.
He already did. We're talking about Dave. He drowned.
I'm the only dwarf that's supposed to be on this stream.
Right, well, look, we can carry on talking on this stuff about my dead cousin, but, is that all you came here to ask about?
I don't think you're telling us the whole truth.
Oh,
I think you'd best start talking and tell us everything you know.
I've told you everything I know. You came by earlier.
Do I think she's lying?
Make me an insight check, please.
All right. I mean, I kind of know she's lying, but insight. That is
Let's say
going
insight. Well, I'll give you something else useful as well.
21.
I mean, you know that she's lying, but she also seems to be trying to spin this out for as long as possible. She wants to get you inside, but also she seems to be just trying to keep you distracted.
How close is she to me?
At this point, she's on the steps. She is, well, she is about 20 feet away. If I've not got my distances messed up.
Oh, she's on the doorstep?
Yeah, she's standing up at the doorstep.
Okay. I'm gonna take like 2
Is the door
steps.
open?
The door is open behind her. Yeah, you can see through into the room. That I think you can't remember if you went in before, but yeah, it's just a.
No, we didn't go in before.
You can see through into the hut beyond.
Torvald's gonna say, "Well, I hoped it hadn't have come to this, but..." And I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and have my eyes just start sparking with lightning, and I'd also like to slam the door behind her. As this,
Okay,
like,
so
wind just kind of comes up, just like this pressure and like wind just kind of builds around me.
and you see anger flash over her face for a moment. It's just, well, that was awfully rude, wasn't it? And she raises her hand up.
I'm gonna take 2 steps.
I would like
close.
you to roll initiative, please.
Oh, that one's a good one. 17 plus 1.
Hey, 17 minus 1.
16 for Torvald.
Yeah.
17 for Aldous.
Can I keep my old one?
No.
11.
No.
11 for... Oh, now you all start rolling decently when I leave space at the bottom of the whiteboard for all of you to roll. And was that an 18 from Adair?
That is correct.
Missed out on the last fight, so you're getting in early on this one.
Apparently so.
And Krasara is hanging back, making friends with water.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. She's you've got water buddies. Everything
Yeah.
is fine.
Super soaker.
There, you see the door slam. You see anger flash across Granny Twig's face. She goes, "That was awfully rude." And what would you like to do with her?
Adair's going to raise his hands to the sky and say, "Thunderer, smite her." As angry a voice as he can. Storm is going to form background and lightning is going to strike.
Okay. So the clouds drawing together across the sky darkens.
I was gonna do that. You stole my thunder.
And lightning. Here we go. It's very, very frightening.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you try to dodge out the way of this lightning strike.
It's a dexterity 15.
She does not succeed.
Let me find my D10s. I never hit. That is going to be 17 lightning damage.
17 points of ouch. Okay. All right. So you just that was very gets hit by lightning. And is that everything, Adair?
That's going to be it for now.
Oh, great. Which brings us to Aldous. What do you like to do, Aldous?
I am going to unmute. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna use Firebolt. Which is 2d10.
Every time someone says firebolt, I think they say fireball.
We
I'm
always
like,
have to
"Ah!"
enunciate
You
the
have to
T.
always be prepared.
Firebolt.
Oh god.
You just have to always
Well-
be prepared.
TTT.
Then someone says fireball, and it's like, are you serious? Yes, no, I really. Okay.
Hey, that's a 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Beautiful.
Dang. She's squishy.
Mm-hmm.
6, that's 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. Okay.
Is the fire damage more effective than usual? It's usually pretty good against twigs.
This twig does not want to be fire. The twig is a twig. The twig is happy with being a twig.
Does she like reading? Because she's definitely kindling.
Another bolt of lightning descends from the sky and hits Torvald.
No. Thunder's the god of war, lightning, and
Not
puns.
puns.
Yes. It's
Okay, that is canon now. He is the god of
Yeah.
war, thunder, and
and puns.
certain forms of humor.
God of thunder.
Exactly. Lightning and thunder.
Oh. Is that everything, Eldest? Because as we speak of thunder, it is Torvald's turn.
Yeah, I am just going to take a couple steps this way so that I can get her if she tries to run that way.
Okay, so you take a couple of steps out into the swampy ground.
Oh, that's right.
Torvald's going to reach to his side and towards his axe, and he's going to pull out the spirit of the weapon as this blue crackling energy, and then he's going to throw it at her, at Twigs, and I will grab that, and it will attack her. It's going to spin around and try to hit her with the axe side. And that's going to be 21 to hit.
That will hit, yes. That will definitely hit.
6 force damage. It hit.
And you see her scowl grow stronger now. Anything else, Torvald?
Torvald's going to kind of turn to Adair and say, "That's the way to do it. Thunder her. Smite her down." And then 2 bolts are going to come beside her head as we toll the dead.
Okay, wisdom saving throw will be
16.
an 11.
All right, it's going to fail. We're going to get 5 necrotic damage. And then Torvald's going to kind of look up and be like, "I thought I was your favorite."
If you'd like, I can teach you how to do that.
Torvald's just going to like shake his head, but he smirks a little bit. You know, it's all in good fun for Torvald.
Grey Twig scowls, and you watch as her face starts to twist and shift into this scowling, horrific visage. No tentacles, just this twisted old lady's face, much older than the Granny Twig you'd seen, almost bluish green in places. It resembles more the woman at the bottom of the well, and it looks like water-soaked, slightly rotten in places, this twisted face. And as this illusion falls away from her, you watch it falling away from the hut as well. And you see the hut start to move a little. And you see, as out from the swamp, you see these great root-like tendrils rising up.
More tentacles. Ah.
Classic.
Tendrils, not tentacles. These are
There's a
roots.
difference. I can't tell you what it is, but there's a difference.
There's a difference. And Granny,
Oh hell no.
and through her, Granny Twig sort of up on this top of the steps. You see her reach behind her, open the door, and step backwards into the hut. And Uno, what would you
All right.
like to do?
Uno hates it. Uno hates everything that's happening right now. Uno detests everything. Okay, can I walk through the space that your axe occupies?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Okay.
Excellent.
And is the ground that we're on considered difficult terrain, or is it just swampy?
The path is not difficult terrain, but off the path, sort of
Great. That's fine.
these sort of like blobby areas are difficult terrain. The sort of more solid ground ones, I'll say, are not.
Great. Okay, cool. Then I will, exactly as being shown, follow the path 30 feet. Here I am. I'm hiding under the axe. You can't see me. There we go. And then I will go ahead and basically as I'm walking, kind of take that bonus action to slide down like my bracelet and just kind of like slash against and like have my two-handed great sword ready. And it'll be right of the flame, so suddenly there's just like some blood that goes down and then ignites across my great sword. And I'll just go, well, we're attacking the house now. And then she'll just slam her greatsword down onto the porch with like as much ferocity as she can handle. So
Okay, make me an attack roll.
excellent. Great. Okay, so that's
It's the house.
attack against the house. Okay. Great. I have so much going on in my mind right now. Okay, 23 to hit.
23 will hit the house.
Excellent. Okay, let me take my right damage real quick before I forget. That's a 5. That's cool.
So,
Was I damaged at some point? I must have been. Yes, I was. Okay, great. Okay, so that's going to be 7. Okay, that's going to be 11 damage plus so 11 slashing damage plus 3 fire damage.
okay.
And I'm also gonna go ahead and use. I'm also gonna use Brand of Castigation on the house.
Is that a free action? Is that require a bonus action? Or something?
Yes, because I
So you use your bonus action.
It's a free action because I
Okay.
did damage with my
Alright.
a weapon that had my right damage. So Brand of Castigation.
Go for it.
It's an arcane brand. I always know the direction the branded creature is in, and each time the branded creature deals damage to you or a creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the creature suffers 1 psychic damage. It is a house, so whether or not this actually does anything, obviously, is up to you. But
What's this
she's gonna
scorched
try it.
symbol on the porch?
Yeah, basically. So she's slammed her weapon down. She's created that brand. And then she'll go ahead and use her second attack as well to just slam into the porch again. Let's see. And that is 18. I can't do math. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And so she creates that brand, and then once again to kind of like she'll slam it down and create the mark, and then basically she'll use this as a way to carve the brand further in, and that'll be 16 slashing. And
Okay.
oh, I rolled max damage, so 16 slashing and 6 fire.
Okay. Is that everything you know?
I think so.
Poor house can't take anymore.
She really just said, I hate this house.
I'd bet that we could beat it, but you're never supposed to bet against the house. So.
And underneath you, the lower edge of the steps where you're standing.
If Torvald says any puns out loud, Una will go, "You're next."
Okay. I'd say we could beat it, but you're never supposed to bet against the house.
Because you know, it's an Isfjell.
Wow.
And the ground sways back and forth beneath your feet. Uno, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. As this house lurches
She's not really.
upwards on these root legs. She's standing on the foot of the steps and it is moving.
She's on the deck.
14.
She's getting decked.
14?
Yeah.
Ooh. That will be enough. You can manage to keep your feet.
Wow. Okay, cool. Is it? Did you say it like lifted, or it's just shifting?
Lifting up a bit. So now you
Okay,
are
great.
5 feet higher than you were before as the
Nice.
house rises from the swamp, dripping weed and water.
Cool.
And
Una will stay on.
I would imagine that we're not surprised at all by this, because just of everything that's happened, it's like.
Whatever.
And this, one of the sort of large roots reaches up and lashes round
Falls off.
towards Uno.
Try me.
Making it look joined up is hard. Lashes round towards Uno, and that will be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Sure, that hits.
But it takes
so
one
this-
psychic damage.
It does.
Yes, it does.
If it has the ability to receive psychic damage.
The house, you've upset the house. As this great large root lashes round towards you, and I really should have written this in bigger writing. Sorry. I'm staring at my screen, it's like, I can't read what I said here. As it, that would be 12 points of bludgeoning damage, Uno,
That's fair.
as this large root bludgeons its way into you. And
It's fine.
that is all the house can do for now. So we will move over to back on the path, Cressara and the Water Buddies.
That's her new band. Cressara and the Water
Aw.
Buddies.
Awesome. So I am going
cool
to
cats.
see. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to see all of these nasty little tendrils attacking, and I am going to yell to my water buddies, Super Soaker and Nerf Gun, that this is the enemy. This is the one that was destroying your well. Destroy those tendrils and motion forward.
Because it's a dick house.
All right. Is there anything else you're doing for your turn? That will come into action on their turn, which is... Actually, no, I'm going to put them on the same turn just to make this easier. So they are going to surge forwards towards this house. So Uno, you watch as the water starts rippling and shifting as these two creatures surge forwards and starts to just like essentially like a large wave against the side of the house. Just a the house rocks a little more as this wave hits the side of the house. And as I just roll some dice here, Sarah, what else are you doing?
I am seeing her attack the house and it actually did something. I am going to go into my rage and yada yada and charge forward to attack. So,
Okay, which part of the house would you like to attack?
I guess I'm gonna jump over those stupid purple flowers and just go wham. Not that you're
Okay. No, this is not my art. This is 100% stolen from 2-minute tabletop. Don't call his art stupid either.
Okay, so that is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit the house. Yes. So you're up on this deck now, are you?
Yes, and I am going to. The normal setup that we went through, so I'll roll. So I'm going to attack with my maul. I'm also going to activate my Tundra ability, and I'm going to give 3 hit points of health to Uno.
Cool.
Okay. This is a much friendlier one than the fire.
Yes, it is. That's temporary hit points, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3.
Yes.
Sweet. Uno will just kind of like nod at you and like.
What does it look like?
She's having the
when
time
that
of her
happens?
life.
I'm just going to flail my arm out, and she's going to get covered in frost, and it's going to shatter.
Oh. Uno
Please
doesn't
tell
know
me
she
it's
likes it as much anymore.
little frost hearts fly out of your hand.
See, why don't you tell me this before I do the thing? Use your ESPN so I can make this pretty.
ESPN.
Uno has consistently
sporting of
been
you.
like a goth in a flower shop. That's been this whole experience for her. Like we were in the Druid town and she was like, "Oh my god."
Okay, so for our setup, we were doing 2d20s per attack, so I'm supposed to add all my crap together, so that's 14 plus whatever I roll. So God, I have to do math now.
Roll 2 d20s first.
13 and a 14.
13 and a 14.
14.
They hit the house, but it doesn't seem to bother it.
Okay, and then
Essentially,
I add-
yeah. I'm not gonna say you didn't hit the house. It's a house. It's massive. You can't miss it.
I hit the house.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you didn't hit it anywhere critically enough to cause damage. Like, there's no way you can't hit a house. It's a house.
So then you roll
Okay.
2 d20s again for your second attack.
10 and I can't see that's a 1. So 10 and a 1.
That one either. It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Yeah, no. The house does not seem particularly bothered by this. It seems more bothered by the water that just slammed into it. But that brings us back round to Adair.
Is whatever her name is, Grandma Twig's purple bluish face, is she still visible in the doorway, or has she moved inside the evil hut?
She is inside the evil hut. You can still just about see her, but she's inside the hut.
Okay, so I'm trying to judge distances here to everyone else. Is she right in the doorway like it shows there, or is she far?
Yes. Yeah, she's right in the doorway.
Right. Adair is going to by Aldous and say, Prisara, you need to move back. I'm sorry. And another lightning bolt is going to come down and hit right here in front of the doorway, and the house and Grandma and Prisara all need to make dexterity.
And Uno, I think, as well.
She's more than 5 feet away from where I'm striking, because I'm striking right
Okay,
where
you
Grandma's at. So
Okay, that's all right.
that was my intent.
Thank goodness, because I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see. So I assume I can see a lightning bolt.
Yeah. I'll say yeah. You know there's a storm coming, and Adair just warned you. So you can see this coming.
Okay, so that's a 19.
That would be
Alright.
it.
Oh, I need to roll for the actual. Be more nimble. That's an 8.
That would be a fail. So anyone who failed, that's 17, and if you succeed, it's half that.
So the lightning bolt comes down and strikes my spirit axe, and it just shoots out and hits her.
I like it.
And the lightning. Oh, I know what else needs to make a dexterity throw and fails. The hut.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, is if they were separate entities at this point, and this will tell me. Do they
Yeah.
both look hurt?
It's hard to tell on a house.
Oh, come on, I had to at least splinter something.
Yeah, but you can see that there's bits of paint flaking off around the door frame, and cutesy little heart-shaped shutters. One of them falls
Don't
off.
inhale the paint, it may have lead in it.
No.
And that brings us to Aldous, I believe.
Believe so.
Yes, it does. And I'm going to say out loud before I do anything, houses are not supposed to move like that. And I'm going to cast my Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to hit the root right here. Oh, it's not pinging. The root right here on the side of the house. And I'm going to hit the root right there on the other side of the house that attacked Uno. So
Okay.
that's my plan. Let's see my rolls. Okay, so a 12 plus 7, that is a 19. And then a 6 plus 7, that's a 13.
So the first one definitely seems to strike home. The second one misses as this tendril twists and moves through the air.
Okay, so 1d10 plus 4. That's 6 force damage.
Okay. It's definitely, it's little singed and draws back a little from Uno for a moment. It's the lightning. Not lightning. I'm getting too lightning carried away. This is an Eldritch Blast. And just my everything's lightning at this.
My green
all swinging
swirly.
lightning.
It's green swirly sparkly lightning.
It's alive. And is that everything, Aldous?
I'm staying right where I'm at.
Okay. In which case, Torvald.
All right. So Torvald is going to have the axe is going to fly in. I'm just going to put it here so it can still do that. It's going to swing at her. And it's going to be 22.
That will hit. So as she backs away through the door, this axe hits her.
9 force damage.
Okay. You see, Uncle Dan, she's starting to show some definite wear and tear now. You can see that there's blood seeping through where the axe hit her. Her hair is standing up on end.
And then Torvald's going to say, "Thunder, destroy this abomination of a structure." And
I forgot. Sorry, I
What's
realized what I forgot to do. I forgot to do something important that I'm going to do now when she's done this to catch up for what I really, really forgot to do that was very important.
oh geez. So there's going to be, I'm going to cast Shatter. So you're just going to see this like force building up, and it's going to explode in this sphere, basically in the middle of the room, just enough so it hits her as well, and the house. So it's going to be DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so she succeeds.
Okay.
The house is going to have disadvantage because essentially
Because it's not.
it's not, can't really avoid it so much. So yeah, the house, that will hit the house.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my channel divinity. So you just see this extra bolt kind of shoot out from my spiritual weapon and just energize it even more. So it's going to do 32 damage to anyone that failed and half that if they succeeded.
Okay, so yeah, she is really not looking great now. Neither is her house, to be honest. But I'm now going to do what I really forgot to do earlier. And Uno, Krasara, in fact, all of you actually, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Wisdom. Woo.
I knew I'd forgotten something.
Tired of those intelligence saving throws.
I throw one mind flare at you and also a swarm of intellect devourers, and
27.
that's a success, Torvald.
27.
Also a success, Adair.
11.
Any raises on 27? 11! That's a success, Uno.
Wow.
I got 12.
Wait,
Success.
I lost track. I'm rolling what? Wisdom. Okay. I rolled a 19, and then it's plus
That's fine.
1. So,
Luckily, me forgetting that didn't matter, because nothing needs to currently be retconned. So I will try and remember that from now on.
It's okay if you don't.
No. As Granny Twig is going to, I saw her was around the corner, but I think
Yeah, come on out of that house.
no, she's going to back further into her house.
Oh, come on out. We just want to play.
Oh, no. And as she backs away from the house, you see it's like, nope. She raises her hand and points out towards, who's the direct line of sight? Will be Uno. Goes, get out of my house! And I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Uno.
Suggestion?
No.
Con save.
Con save as this black tendril reaches out towards you.
Ooh,
It's a night
13.
of tendrils.
Oh, black tendril.
13.
13. That is failure, I'm afraid.
Nice.
Yes. Question. Uno, are you a plant?
Am I a plant? Not quite.
That's good.
It's good to know. We don't
Yeah.
like spies.
Exactly.
Are you a mineral?
As you
I'm
feel
a
this
number.
sickening drain of necromantic energy go rushing through you,
Ooh, don't like that.
as she's draining and leaching the very life and moisture for you. And you see she
Wow,
does this, she's
that's-
holding something around her neck as she does this. She's
That's my least favorite thing. Ah!
with a reach towards it as it's 10, 20. That is 25 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Something around her neck is tucked under the corner of her robe
Ooh, okay.
as this black energy leeches the life. That was a really low roll on the dice
Ooh.
out of Uno. It's your turn, Uno.
Wow. Okay, cool. Uno is struggling. Okay. Ooh, this is difficult. Difficult decision. Let's see. Can't go deeper into the house? Or can I?
You can. Nothing's stopping you.
Oh. Okay. Uno's gonna make some bad decisions. Okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Great, cool. She's gonna go ahead. She's gonna go ahead and just like run up. She looks very hurt. Uno is in bad shape, and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, I don't like that," and she's gonna charge at her, and just immediately greatsword across her, and that'll be. Ooh, that'll be 12 to hit.
A 12 will not quite hit, I'm afraid.
Tragic. That makes her angrier. She attacks again. Great. Okay. That'll be a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
That's good. And that'll be 3, 8, 12 damage slashing and 6 fire damage.
And so she reaches for the medic, and she's still pointing at you as you come at her with a sword, and she starts to say something, and then just crumples as this great sword strikes
Yes!
her in this burst of fire, and the whole house shakes.
Cool.
And there's one last thing. I need a dexterity save from Uno and Cressara, please.
Great. And Uno specifically always tries to cut off the head. So if I could tell that she was close to death, then I would have specifically cut her.
Oh yes, definitely.
Nice. Okay. And then the dex save, I got a 18.
19.
Keep your feet. You both keep your feet steady as the house down into the water and fall still. And with that, we are no longer in initiative. And as the house collapses down in the water, I think that might be a good time to take our break.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah,
Uno will shamble out of the house and go, she's dead. Just sit down.
All right, we'll be back soon. Stop saying it.
And that was the last time that I ever went to Home Depot on an empty stomach.
That makes
You're not
sense.
supposed to
most,
put
people,
it
most
out.
people don't try to eat the liquid nails, but
I mean,
Okay, so
Can I say?
the old lady's head goes thud, thud, thud across the ground, and as the fight ends and the hut crashes back down into the swamp, we are out of initiative. And what would you like to do?
I am going to walk over to that damn scarecrow and check the eye again.
I'm gonna go inspect the chest. Giggity.
I'm going to set the scarecrow on fire.
Okay. So, Torvald, you head over towards this chest.
And as Torvald passes his axe, he grabs it and kind of puts it back as it fuses back into his weapon.
And as you approach, and you hear the wolf from outside as this scarecrow goes up in flames.
so it was a dog.
I'm
use thaumaturgy and make the flames pink.
Oof.
Oh. I'm checking out a chest, but sure. Anyway, Torvald, as you approach this chest, you're a very perceptive fellow, and you watch as this chest just goes. It shuffles back about an inch as you get nearer.
It's a mimic. Run. Did anyone just see that chest move? Or was it just me?
Isn't that what usually happens when you approach a chest?
it runs away from him.
It runs away from you.
Oh. Torvald's gonna just kind of keep an eye on it. And he's gonna kind of have his hand like close to his axe. Do I just see it move? I can't tell if there's like a lock on it or anything like that, or
You can see it's a fairly hefty wooden chest. It's got a lock on the front, quite rusted looking hinges.
all right. Can I see if it looks like there's any traps or anything like that? Any mechanisms that might trigger?
I mean, make me an investigation check.
Sure, I'm great at these. Torvald's great at investigation. It's based on intelligence, right? That's probably a 10.
Can't see any traps.
10.
Although, as chests go, it's slightly sticky.
Sticky?
Sticky.
I'm going to... Jesus. Torvald's gonna call 2 bolts down next to it, and I'm gonna toll the dead on it.
Okay. So the rest of you hear this. To Torvald. So if anyone else is still in the hut who's around, as Torvald's investigating this chest, you hear this. Well,
Hair slurping.
Sled slurp, and that is a failure.
Okay.
On behalf of the chest.
Has it taken damage from like my shatter?
Yes.
Okay. So D12s.
This is not a very happy little chest.
All right. 7 necrotic damage. Jeez. I told the deads have been pathetic.
And after you've done this, the chest lashes out towards you, Torvald. There's this great twisting pseudopod of not really wood, lashes out towards you with a 9.
That will not hit. Torvald's ready for it, and he's going to just move his shield into the way and kind of deflect it. As there's a little like crackling of lightning as it strikes it.
And
guys, the chest is attacking me. I could use some help.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ask you to roll full initiative here, but if Torvald, it's your turn, or if anyone else wants to jump in who is nearby, I'm going to do it in not really initiative because it's one small chest.
If I'm close to him, I will bust in with my maul and try to smash it. I think I am. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
I'll go save him.
Like a bull in a mimic shop.
Yeah, I'll save you again. Okay, so I'm just roll to attack. I'm just gonna roll to attack because I'm just gonna smash it.
Yep.
Smash it with a hammer. That is that's a 9.
You weren't expecting the chest to move.
Okay.
Or just away to one side as your maul hits the floor.
To attack, so yeah.
Oh yeah? See if you can splat it the second time.
Die. That's a 12.
I just managed to get it this time.
Oh my god, I was like, please tell me
Game of whack a
that I
chest.
can hit. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I think this went up. I need to just write all this stuff out instead of having to go through a million.
Add 5 to your attack roll if you're doing a straight roll.
The DM's nod. Like, yes. The lesson you learn. Write stuff down. I failed so many times.
So that is 12.
There is a crashing, splintering, splattering noise. This all hits this chest. The chest stops moving. And it's now open.
Well,
There
that's
you
one
go.
way to do it. Torvald's going to check the chest and see what's in there.
So looking down at the remains of the chest, it's the second time that Chrysara has taken them all to the treasure.
It is.
Yes, so looking down at the remains of this chest, you can see appear to have been some glass vials of something in there,
Nice.
which are now shattered. And this kind of greenish liquid seeping down and seemingly eating its way down through the bottom of the hut. of dissolving parts of the wood behind it.
Is there anything else in there? Or is it just
Also in there, you see a small pouch, a bag, slowly dissolving away, and these scattering of gold coins falling out of it as the fabric's eaten away by this green liquid released from the vials.
Aldous, we need your scrubby over here.
Oh, okay. All right. I will run up the path inside and get as close to the thing, and I'll scrubby clean and do my prestidigitation to kind of clean up what I can. I'm assuming to get rid of the green stuff that is acidic and dissolving everything.
Yeah, sometimes you manage to clean up the remains of this spilled acid or potion or acid potion, perhaps just a mixture of things that should not have been mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see this.
Homunculus just pops out. Hi, guys.
You have created life.
What a crazy random happenstance.
The Powerpuff Girls.
Oh no.
Bubbles.
Moving swiftly on. You can see there looks to be a small amount of gold, probably about only about 20 or so gold pieces fall out of this purse. But also fall out, you see. Also, you see 2 glittering shards of crystal, about this big. These glowing pale white crystals that look familiar to you, as they remind you of the crystals you had seen in the Fae, and also that you had acquired from the distressed hot air balloonists previously. So I'm not sure where they are. I think Ira had them. But
I am gonna take the crystals. Since my hands are already inside, I'm gonna take the crystals. I don't care if Torvald sees it, but I'm taking them.
But the rest of what was in this chest appears to be smashed or have been dissolved.
Maybe we try a little more delicate next time.
It was trying to attack you.
I appreciate your assistance, but when it's a treasure chest, you might not want to destroy it. Little finesse. Never hurt anyone.
I'm checking under the bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the rest of the room.
Okay, so make me a general investigation check as you peer around. Uno and Adair, what are you up to whilst this is going on?
Trying to stay alive.
I'm going to, seeing as I can probably see her in the doorway, I'm to move in, touch on the shoulder, and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
See what you get out of it.
I probably left and went out on the porch, so I'm probably still on the porch.
Yeah, positions matter less when we're not in combat. It's just a general.
That is going to be 19.
It's for the flavor. 19 healed?
Dang.
Wow.
I rolled well. I rolled
awesome.
almost the maximum I could roll.
Cool. Okay. Uno feels much better.
And then I
Very
would like to
useful.
investigate the plants outside and see if there's anything unnatural about
Okay. In the light of the burning pink scarecrow, make me an investigation check, please.
Burning Pink
Aldous, what did
Scarecrow
you
sounds
get
like
on
a punk
yours?
rock band.
I rolled a 13 and then I get a +1, so a 14.
Okay, so searching around, sort of rummaging around through the house, a lot of what there is seems to be fairly ordinary sort of possessions. There's sort of cooking equipment, there's stuff by the fire. You do find on the desk there seems to be some sort of ground up herbs in pestle and mortar, and 2 vials containing this blood red liquid.
Okay.
And also under the bed, you find a head. Not the old lady's head, though. That one is also kicking around. But you find what looks to be the mummified, preserved head of a dwarf.
I am going to pull it out and say,
as you touch it and take hold of it, you feel this sudden warping change of perspective as you're suddenly seeing the world from a very different angle, and you realize that you are seeing out of the eyes of this head that you're holding, and you can see sort of where you're being pulled out from under the bed by you.
help! Help!
Is the head saying it, or is Aldous saying it?
Aldous is saying it as actually no, the record. Yeah, the head's saying it. That's much more fun. Help! Help! Help!
Is it the head or is it Aldous? Which one?
The head.
Oh, the head.
What's going on?
Why is that head asking for help?
Help! What happened? Why am I?
Help!
Where am I?
What happened? Where am I?
Uno will
I'm
walk
not sure
in
what
to
happened.
investigate and then immediately leave. She'll see what's happening and go, nope. And then just walk out and join a dare.
We're not gonna hurt you though.
Torvald, help!
Torvald, help!
How do you know my name?
It's Aldous!
It's Aldous!
No, it's Torvald. You had it right the first time.
Torvald, don't be an ass! It's Aldous! Help! What? Why am I holding my head?
Why am I holding my head?
Torvald's gonna walk over and kind of try to pry her hand off of it, I guess.
Are you touching the head?
No. Your hand.
Okay, so carefully make me a sleight of hand, basically, here to extricate Aldous' hand from the head without touching the head.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is gonna work. I'm really good at this. My little dwarf fingers. 15. 15.
That is enough. The head thuds to the floor. And Aldous, you're suddenly back seeing through your own eyes again.
Holy shit, let's get out of here. I run. I run.
Torvald's gonna look down and go, "Hello?"
The head does not respond.
Why was it talking before? What was going on?
I don't know. It was scary. Get out of the house. I'm setting it on fire.
Not with me in it. And I'll get out of the house. I'm going to my water buddies.
Jeez. Torvald's going to
Take it.
Heads are better.
Take it.
Torvald's gonna cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay.
So
the head's eyes snap open.
what happened to you? What's the last thing you remember?
Oh God, I remember going to a little old lady's house. And she gave me tea. And then someone chopped my head off.
And you've got to make the Tinder joke.
What?
That's what you get for picking up a little old lady named Twigs on Tinder.
I know, right? Craigslist.
Even worse.
Dave's list.
Where are you from?
Copperton!
Carpeton?
Copperton!
Okay. That's 2 questions. I get 5 questions. What's your name? What's your quest? What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I do want to ask. What's your name?
I was hoping you'd wait till later for that one.
Eric.
Eric or Dave?
Every
Dave.
time they ask, my brain
Derek.
goes,
Derek.
no.
It's Derek.
He takes a deep, long, slow, rasping breath. He goes, Ernst!
Is he going to give me the full name or just his first name?
Ernst Deep Delver! Of the
Right.
Deep Copperton Deep Delvers!
So I have 2 more questions. Let's see. Is there anything else we should ask him?
I'm
I'll
outside.
ask like. What'd you say?
And you're asking them, not him.
I'm asking them. Yes. It lasts 10 minutes, so we got time.
Yeah.
Aldous, any ideas? Oh, she ran away.
Yeah. You probably need to come out and yell at us.
No one else is in here in the house?
They all ran away.
Turn it down.
I am getting ready to set this thing on fire.
Okay.
And you're the only reason I haven't yet. Did you grab the gold?
Aye.
Okay.
Are we
I don't know
burning
what
this
else to
place
ask.
down?
Yes, we're gonna set.
What else is in there?
Torvald, hurry up! Let's go! I want to set this thing on fire.
Where does your family live?
Who is he talking to?
You can hear
I've
me.
got a brother in Holdfast. My wife lives in Copperton. We were going to be rich.
Oh, jeez.
Rich house.
How are they going to be rich?
We'd found something underground in Copperton, but it was locked away. They said that Granny Millwood would help, so I went to ask for her help, and then she chopped my head off and my hand. And then
All right.
the eyes fall shut.
You can rest now. Torvald's gonna use his bag of holding and just like scoop the head up into the bag
Okay.
of holding. We'll find you a place to rest with your family. I promise you that. And it says that like as he's scooping it up. All right,
Okay.
you can burn the house down now if you'd like.
I rolled a 17. It was checking
that
on
for?
the plants outside.
Oh,
Half
yes.
an hour ago.
Sorry, I forgot about it. The
It's
plants
okay, I'm
outside
just a druid.
are mercifully just plants. I mean, there's a lot of them look to be herbal plants grown for medicinal things. A lot of them got healing properties.
I'll collect little pieces of each then.
Yeah, some very nice plants that you could use for brewing of nice, pleasant healing potions and that sort of thing. Surprisingly mundane, considering what you know about the house.
Sometimes a plant is just a plant. And sometimes
Not all the plants are slurpy, horrible murder monsters.
Just most of them.
No, just most of them and some of the treasure chests.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But yes.
Everybody away from the house. I'm setting it on fire. And let me see. Is it prestidigitation or is it firebolt?
Let's do a firebolt.
Either.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a
important.
fireball. Yeah.
You make fire, stuff burns down.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna-
cantrips.
yeah, firebolt. Definitely.
So, it'll take a couple of firebolts to get it going, but once
Mhm.
because it's slightly damp, like everything in the swamp.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make it pink.
Of course. So as the cottage goes up in this burst of pink fire, starts to catch, spreading through the wood and the timbers, and as this bonfire merrily blazes, you hear the sound of footsteps running on little short footsteps running up the path towards you. And you see a group of about 4 or 5, let's say 5, distressed looking gnomes going, "What have you done? Did you just burn?
We solved
Why
your
is that
problem.
house on
boy.
fire?"
This wasn't the real Twigs. We found her body at the bottom of the well.
What?
This was an imposter.
So this person was part of what was making the people disappear, and she was throwing sacrifices into the well. And I think that the first person she sacrificed was the original Granny Twigs. And that was what was making the water angry. And then she points at the 2 not angry water people.
They're just grinning.
They don't have faces.
And
They do in the picture. See?
And the only thing that we could do to save you and the rest of your town and pretty much the rest of the swamp was to destroy the person who was causing the issue.
So make me a persuasion check here as you recount the tale and explain to these
I am helping
these
too.
locals. Are you?
Yeah, I just
Yeah. No. You can have advantage.
That's a 15.
You got advantage from Torvald helping. I was just making fun of Torvald's.
Okay. So that's a
help.
15 or
Natural 20.
a natural 20 plus 4, so 24.
I think it was a bit suspicious that she wanted me to throw my child down the well.
Actually, when we came here the first time to talk to her, she wanted to throw more than one child down the well.
We thought that was suspicious as well.
I've just got one last question. Why is the fire pink?
Oh, that's his fault. And he points at Torvald.
Would you like it to be a different color?
I just wondered if it was like magic fire or it's not gonna do anything weird, is it?
Well, no, it's just I used magic to make the fire, and then he used magic to make it purple or pink or whatever color he wants.
Right, well, look, you should probably go. We should probably talk to the
Yes,
administrator.
we will talk. We will talk to the administrator because this is important, and since we were the ones who did it, we will take care of it.
Sure. Right. You promise that they're not going to attack us or eat us, or
No,
he points
no,
to the water.
they won't. If you want, I don't know, how do you guys dispose? How do you pay respects to the deceased?
Well, we usually burn them because burying things doesn't really work out well here.
Yeah.
Granny Twigs's body is over by the well.
Right. Well, they look at you and goes, we can probably go get it.
You know, you might.
That's
make
close to lizard
friends.
folk territory.
Ooh.
They are not the reason why there was angry water.
Yeah, you can just explain that. Okay. All right, we'll go get Granny Twig's real body. You explain this mess to the administrator. Yes.
And then we'll
All right.
start heading off towards the administrator.
Okay, so you head back towards Bonebrook and the administrator's office. And I know I wrote down the very, very specific amount of money.
It was like 47 or something.
It was 57.
47.50 or something.
It was very specific. I just remember that much.
Plus 20. We got 20 from the house.
Hey, look. You're getting Ira back. That's the true reward.
That's the real prize.
The real prize is the friends that you need to get resurrected. So yes, you head back to the administrator's office in this damp, depressing town of Bonebrook. And you can see the administrator's building with the mouldering, mildewed banners of Eldon Raleigh hanging outside the front. And as you go inside into the slightly sunken empty area, you can see Five-In, the administrator, at his desk, sort of making his way through piles of paperwork. Not in his dressing gown this time.
Because he doesn't have any.
He doesn't have one anymore.
Well, we've completed your task for you.
Seriously? You've...
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Brilliant. Honestly, when I have to say, last night when you just turned up on my doorstep in the dark, with no warning, wielding weapons, I honestly did expect you to just steal everything and run away. But you're saying you've solved this?
Aye, the Twigs was not the real Twigs. It was an imposter.
Well, that's brilliant. Here,
And our house attacked us as well.
Wait, did the person who was Granny Twigs give you an eyeball charm?
Yeah, she gave me a good look charm.
Can I see it,
got
please?
somewhere. I took it off because it was creeping me out.
Yes. Can I have it, please?
And he rummages around in a desk drawer and pulls out an eyeball on a string.
Okay, is it moving still?
Yes.
I'm gonna lay it on the table and smush it.
No.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it this time.
Well, there goes your papers.
Yes, that's...
And then I'm gonna press the digitation. Scrubby, 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 scrubby.
Oh, thank you. That's a neat trick. A trick I wish I had. Growing up, it was very annoying. Everyone around me could do that, and I couldn't.
Well, we'll be collecting our payment now. Plus our 100 gold hazard fee.
Look, I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I don't have 100 gold.
Well, it'll be 147.50. To be clear. What?
I have 51 gold and 3 silver total. That's all I have.
I don't
Well, we'll
require
take
gold.
things as trade as well.
He points around at his slightly dilapidated, slightly sinking house and goes, the books are basically the only thing I own here.
Wait, is this coming out of your own pocket?
I mean, yes.
I mean, do we really want to take the money that he needs to
I mean,
eat
well-
with?
Well, no, it's funds for like, 40 of it is town funds for repairs. Only we can't get anyone to come and repair stuff recently because everyone keeps dying. But hopefully now they stop dying, that should mean we can actually start fixing things, which is good because this place is sinking. But I'm sure we'll. I mean, you've done a great deed, and that needs to be rewarded. I've got a bottle of wine somewhere. If you'll take that in trade instead, I've got 2 actually. I'll save them for a special occasion.
My desire is
Alright.
only to bring fame to my family name and seek vengeance.
I can write you up in the report I send to the governor of Tirnoma to report on what's happening here. I can include your family name and.
Excellent. My name is Uno of
that
the
help?
Diamond family. Since birth, I was saved and trained to enact vengeance upon those who have ruined my livelihood. I travel the lands, searching for any
Searching for
situation. I travel.
I
kill
am
them all is
paying
my
close
request.
attention because I didn't get to hear any of the conversation really early.
That rings a bell.
Yes,
I think I had a run-in with a relative of yours once.
that would be likely. We're all on our own separate missions, but we all have a similar goal. We're thankful
They
for
stole
the
my
chance that
bag.
we received. Oh. We're a very noble, caring family. And we uphold that in all scenarios. If one of my relatives failed to uphold that, please inform me of their name and I will talk to them personally.
They didn't really give me a name. They just rattled on about diamonds.
What did
and
they
then-
look like?
A guy, kind of like, yeah, tall. I mean, maybe I just lost the bag. Actually, no, it probably wasn't your family. Your family is, of course, noble and good and all that, and would never have stolen things from me.
I hope so.
I'm sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So just let people know
If you do ever see it, it was a nice bag.
What kind of bag was it?
I am on a consistent quest to expunge any form of necromancy. I would like to make sure that all undead find their rest, preferably through flame.
Right.
This
I will.
entire time has been like straight faced, like this is everything to her. Like
I will make sure to include that in my report.
thank you.
Do the rest of you want your names included in the report? You're from Isfjell, right?
We are.
Did anyone send you here?
No, I
We're
think we...
sent by anyone.
You just were wandering through the swamp?
Well, we have a flying boat, so there's that.
You have a what?
A boat that flies in the sky.
You have a boat? Can I see it?
Aye.
Sure.
Let's go for a walk.
Well, it's getting late, but sure.
We can
Yeah,
always...
love to see your boat. We could love to see your boat. Can I have a quick word with Krasara beforehand?
I'm
Sure.
gonna leave the hut. I'm ready to get back to
Somebody's
the.
pregnant.
You wanted a word?
Yeah, I was wondering, once we've seen your lovely flying boat, which I am genuinely actually very interested to see, I wondered if you would... I got a very nice bottle of wine from Arbella that I said I've been saving for a special occasion, and you honestly don't meet many new people out here in the swamp. And I think we may have got off to a slightly awkward footing last night with you turning up in the middle of the night and demanding my dressing gown, but I won't hold that against you, and I just wondered if you maybe would Care to share a drink with me?
I think that can be arranged.
Okay. Right. Let's go see this boat.
Oh, all right.
So you he grabs his cloak and you start traipsing into the swamp towards where you left Amalia with the boat.
If he
As you
gets
go
stuck,
sort of-
I'll pick him up and pull him out of the water.
I'm fine. I don't.
I
I'm
can't have
actually
you-
not bad with.
Well, you
swamp.
can't drown before I get my drink.
I will try not to drown. I mean, I this swamp a while. So, Ish, yours diamond. You seem sort of taking stock of. You don't see many Ishvellians outside of Isfjell, if I'm being entirely honest. But so there's not many. You don't see many flying boats anywhere.
No. This is a one-of-a-kind boat.
And he looks, and as you get back to the boat, you see Amalia sort of dozing
Amalia!
back, not sat on the silver chair, but sat at the foot of it, sort of back leaned against it. Oh, you're not dead then?
No.
No, there was something here earlier, but I scared it off. See, boat defended. And she points to vaguely to an area of the swamp where you can see some very singed and burnt bushes
Yay.
out in the swamp.
I told you to be careful with that whenever you start blowing things up.
I did. Something was here. I scared it off. It's all good now. And as Cressara is talking to Amali, you can see sort of Five in sort of walking up to the boat, cautiously touching it.
Climbing into the
Really
boat. And then I'm going to start prestidigitating my clothes dry and clean, because yuck.
It really flies. That is... Where did you find it?
Stroke of luck.
You don't want to tell him about the aliens?
Lady Luck helped us.
It's
As
a tool of
in-
our allies.
Your
We're
ally?
helping them fight a war against some evil creatures.
What? What? Wait. There's a
Nothing
war?
you need to be concerned about.
It's not an open war just yet. More like the people we're trying to fight are kind of covert. They're kind of like disguised.
Is it a
as
cult?
It might be. They did something to a friend of ours. And so we decided that we were going to help fight against the people.
Right.
Where's
And
Sindri?
Sindri is perched upon the boat. Yawns and walks over to you.
I'll scratch her on the top of
For
her
those
head.
of you unaware, yes, Sindri is a cat.
Yes, Sindri is a cat. She is my familiar. Anyone's got questions.
There's context.
I will scratch Sindri on her ears and out loud I'll tell her, oh, we killed a woman that wasn't who we thought it was.
Ooh,
And
fun.
in the telepathic connection, I'm gonna show her a picture of the first time we saw her, and then how she changed into someone else.
And Sindri just automatically, hags.
Oh, a hag. I'm gonna say that out loud. And then I'm going to turn to whomever's right next to me and say, oh, apparently she was a hag.
Definitely looked like a hag, old bat.
It's amazing. Aliens. This is going to be a very long report.
Should we put him on the boat and lift it up so he can see it fly?
Well, we've got to get him home somehow.
Wait, you fly me back to Bonebrook?
Uno is already chaining herself down.
Wait. What is what?
That's just a precaution because she's not used to it. It's not 100% necessary. But we have more rope right there if... Wait.
Or Chrysara could hold on to you. Keep you safe.
I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to sit down in the pilot chair.
Okay. Fiven sits down on one of the benches, just kind of holds on tight with like on either side of him.
Chrysara will sit down next to him.
Alright. And
as soon as I know that everybody is on the boat, then I will lift the boat up and fly us back to town.
Okay. Oh my god, we're flying. We're actually flying in a boat. This would be so useful.
It has proven quite useful.
And you see Fiven stand up now, it's flying. He walks over towards the edge of it and looks down. He doesn't seem bothered by the height at all. As if...
Now, you know you can't include this in your report, right?
I can't not mention it.
You better not.
It's pretty much the headline of the report.
We're trying to save the world here. We can't have you spreading all this information.
Or risk anyone trying to come and take it from us.
But it's technology we must explore. I mean, we would have to stop having to bring the city down every time we need to, move stuff.
You can't have our ship.
City bringing... Wait, what?
Netharis. City? Flies?
I'm from Isfjell. I don't know anything about that.
Do we know anything about this flying city?
It's been mentioned in passing. But if you
don't forget, Aldous is 17.
Yeah. For details, make me a history check. What you would know is from the stories is there is a flying city that the elves have.
Okay, I guess that's good enough. But we'll see how much Torvald doesn't know about it. It's a 9.
It's called Netharis, and it is the capital of their empire, and it's called the City in the Clouds because it's in the clouds.
When this is all over, we'll do our best to help share this technology with you.
Yeah, because
but you
honestly,
have to promise to keep it secret.
And you see, there's no like air elementals or any weird swirly cloud business. This is truly amazing. Like, there are inventors in the Empire that would pay hundreds in gold just to study this. Thousands, maybe. Like, this is
Where is this
truly
place
exceptional.
you're talking about?
Well, the inventors down in Drinharrow or in Netharis itself. This, if we could replicate this, if we could make more of these, then everything would change. Like you'd have to take things up and down to the city, communicate between the flying fortresses. I mean, this could make and the effort it can make on the war would be amazing.
Torvald's like nodding his head, like he's agreeing, but you just see like dollar signs popping up in his eyes.
And I take us down right on the edge.
honestly, thank you. It's the first time I've been up in the air since landing in this. Well, since I came down from the Tharis. That's
Well,
really quite amazing.
I suppose we could come back and give you a ride again.
Well,
I bet you'd
I
like
mean,
that, Cassara.
I don't.
wouldn't you?
She shrugs. But
Especially
grins.
pass through Bonebrook very often. It's not really en route. Where are you headed anyway?
Well, we're just kind of hearing local disturbances and trying to get everything in order.
That's very noble of you. That is.
We also need to save my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Adopted.
Oh,
And to do that, we need funds. So we're trying to get as much collected as we can.
well, as I said, I don't have very much, but well,
They're hearing all this.
look, yeah. Yeah, no, go ahead.
He's a little suspicious about it, and is kind of questioning the why all of a sudden all these questions are being asked by someone who's so timid and shy. Do I see anything that kind of gives me
Make me an insight check.
That'll be a 14.
I mean, in general, he just seems, his demeanor, it's just he's more used to you than he was last night when you turned up out of the blue, but his curiosity was especially, you could tell from the moment the flying boat was mentioned, like, there's a cogs turning there.
Excuse me, but I have to ask. If you possess a flying city, why would you need to study a flying?
Because a flying city is really actually very inconvenient most of the time.
But if you can make a city fly, it should be to make.
You think that I'm no inventor, but look,
You dodge a wrench.
whatever, whatever magic. Whatever magic keeps the Tharis up, it's old magic. It's been flying for a long time. And we've only recently even worked out how to replicate that, and it's nothing as subtle and refined as this ship. Like, yeah, we can get a large lump of rock to fly, but you couldn't steer it. Like, it's... I've seen some of the things that come out of the Drinharrow shipyards, as they call them, and essentially it's just large flying boulders. They are. There's no finesse to it. This is a work of art. It's like seeing the difference between, I don't know, like he points to one of the really crappy chairs in his house. It's like the difference between that chair and, you know, an elegant piece of grown wood from Arbella. Like, it's worlds apart. Worlds apart.
Because you can't be starting wars with it and using it to conquer lands.
It's not your ship, no. Look, I'm a provincial administrator. Like, I don't have any say in wars and invasions and all that. That's way, way above mine. Look, I've never had much of a head for politics. It's how not having a head for politics landed me here. Always be careful what you say to politicians. Like, they take everything very seriously.
What exactly did you say to get you here?
There's a combination of... someone may have made some comments about them having, said something. I repeated something someone said to me, and turned out I shouldn't have repeated that. And then it got a bit of a mess. Look, court politics are incredibly convoluted and also incredibly boring. I would really not want to bore you with long escapades about the different houses, and it's a minefield, and it's a minefield that I was not very good at navigating.
You could always move to Isfjell.
I mean, from what I heard about it, it's cold and full of trolls.
What? Only Torvald? But no. He just looks like a troll. He's not actually a troll.
No, actually, we recently got rid of a troll, so
There's at least one troll.
and we got rid of it.
Who's gone?
Usually they pop up every what is it now? Every 1,000 years? I'm looking at Torvald and Chrysara.
I would assume. Is that correct, Torvald?
I'm not sure exactly. I'm not that old.
Look, anyway, you are, of course, all welcome to stay in the Bonebrook tonight, should you wish. As you saw last night, I have not a whole lot to offer in the way of luxurious accommodations.
I'll stay on the boat.
Why don't you stay here with us? Have a few drinks tonight. We'll celebrate.
I'm still owed wine.
You see his eyes sort of flick to Costara and then back to Torvald. He goes, yeah, sure, we could all stay and share a glass of wine.
If only we still had our ale
Right?
glaring
Freaking
at
sweet.
Adair.
wouldn't it?
I could whip some up. And Torvald's going to go into the corner and take out his brewer supplies and just start working.
Just unloading like brewer's supplies in this guy's
He's
house.
taking them out of the bag of holding, like.
Oh yeah.
just like-
Cosara leans over to Five and just be careful when you drink his ale, because it's sometimes it's really good, but when it's bad, it's really bad.
I've never been much of an ale person, if I'm honest. But look, I may have kind of misjudged this evening. I don't know how, but look.
Oh, we can totally ditch them.
That seems kind of rude because I'm not the host and they're in my house. I didn't really think this through when I offered you a drink. I didn't really account for them coming back. I kind of imagined your boat was kind of a bigger thing when you started mentioning a boat, like with like rooms and stuff that they'd stay on. Not like just a boat. I mean, it's lovely, it's beautiful, but anyway, that seems even ruder. Look, I'll get the wine open. Aldous, was it?
Yeah.
Wine?
No, I prefer ale over wine.
Una? Wine?
Wine is fine.
It's very nice wine. Chrysara?
Absolutely.
And then he Adair? No?
No.
I'm muted.
He's a very
I
quiet
didn't
one.
realize I was. Did nothing.
And he looks over to a Torvald to the. Do I offer him? No, I think
No, he's in his own land at the moment.
Ugh. I'm not sure that was supposed to happen.
Torvald, maybe you should set that up outside so you don't splash the ale all over the walls.
Well, it's too late for that.
Don't blow up his house.
And
it
I
might be an
will start.
improvement.
I will start cleaning the walls.
Aren't we on the boat? I thought we were on the boat.
Are we on the boat or we're in his house?
I thought we were on the
You
boat.
were in his house, but
I thought we were in his house. Where do you get the wine from?
Yeah, we went into his house.
Oh, I thought you were
We said the
saying
boat's parked up next door to his house. There's plenty of water around.
Just
Yeah.
a boat parked next to his house. I just set up shop inside of his house.
That's why we were laughing.
I thought I was on the boat, like just in the corner.
Not
Just
Okay.
So, you know.
We could say Torvald set up on the boat. That would make a lot more sense. I was like,
Oh, okay.
Okay, Torvald's outside. That's good with this craziness.
All right.
I was going to say that I had questions at the time, but it's Torvald. I didn't want to ask too much.
Oh, Torvald.
Is anybody hungry? I can go get some food. Is the shop open still? They might
Knock on the
have.
door. They're open. They live
Alright.
there.
I'm gonna go see if they've got any food supplies.
I wouldn't mind a cake.
If they've got one, I will see if they've got one.
Just like a pastry. Just something sweet. Thanks. I don't know. We'll sip our wine somewhere.
No.
Not awkward at all. How long are you stuck here?
I can't remember what I said last week.
5 years.
5 years.
Hmm.
Yeah. 5 years.
You really pissed
Takes
someone
another
off,
quick
didn't you?
long glug of wine. Yeah, look, assignments, you've got to remember that we're elves, so they tend to assign things on a long-term basis.
Hmm.
It's a twisted way of thinking. Just because you live for, several hundred years doesn't mean that 5 years is not a tedious length of time.
It is in this place. There's nothing here.
Well, I'm hoping to improve it. I've got plans. I've got ideas. If to just, well, they're always stopped by, people being killed by murdery water hags or murdery water. Like,
As long as someone goes and cleans the well periodically, the murder water should be fine.
it's to do clean well. Yes, but I mean, with a bit of sprucing up, this place could be less unpleasant.
A little bit of work. It's a bit
Yeah.
dark and damp and wet.
It's most of Eldenrar is. I always like to think that the reason that the court lives in a castle in the sky is because most of the land beneath was damp, horrible swamp.
It's not all like this.
Also, the reason that they decided to vassalize the neighboring kingdoms was to have non-swamp.
Well, you could always come with us. I mean, I need more people to help me rescue my daughter since everyone seems to think
You
she's
keep mentioning
evil.
this. You keep mentioning this daughter. Like,
She's an
just-
ice fae
What
that
happened?
I rescued and then
Right.
adopted.
Okay. Like a fairy fae from like the stories, and
Mhm.
like
Pulled her out of the
the
mirror.
steal your children and
No.
make you dance till your feet fall off fae.
Well, some of them do that. She doesn't. She's not evil.
Right. No, I can't. If I leave, it would be desertion. Technically, and they don't. Well, they don't like those that leave without permission. And the Empire has a long reach.
So this empire, are they going to war with someone?
Look, I don't know. I mean, yes, but yes, it's only just begun. I don't know. Actually, I don't get much news here. It may be over by now.
I think it's just starting. Who are they at
They were-
war with?
Look, I don't know how much you know about geography, but have you heard of the Fenlands, Tilafen?
Have I heard about this? Did I raid them?
No, you've not raided them.
Don't think I've heard of this place.
It's out west beyond here. If you keep, you see him rummage around his desk drawer, and he pulls out a map, and he sort of ushers you all around. Right, so this is Bonebrook. We are here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His map obviously does not have a ship on it. It doesn't have all of these places marked either. Because, and your Isfjell is up there, which you probably know, seeing as you have flown from there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you carry on west, you get to Tilafen, on the other side of the marshes. Essentially, at this point, all the rest is Elden Ra. Apart from the forest and you North folk up in Isfjell, most of the rest of the lands pay tribute to the Empire. And they gave up any hope of conquering Isfjell long ago. It was deemed too troublesome.
They're not taking Isfjell, ever.
And there's some kind of treaty with the crazy druid folk up in the forest. It was deemed like they make trees attack you. People have long decided to stay out of the forests. You don't want to tangle with the druids. They're playing their own game, whatever that is. Nobody knows quite what they're up to in there. They're up to something, though. It's probably terrible.
No, they're not bad. I think they like badgers.
They do weird things involving dancing around in moonlight and turning into animals. It's unnatural.
Sarah, can I have a rat, please?
I have a trick I can do. Love badger.
And Sarah lifts the hat and a rat drops out.
Bear will come over, pick up the rat and some of his ration.
Sorry, have I put my foot in it again here? Have I missed something?
No, he wanted a rat. My hat. I can do things. Things fall out of it.
No, this is the reason I'm not that for politics. Sometimes I just... Your hat makes rats.
Or squirrels, or just vermin.
Got
Yeah,
all
I saw the
kinds
rest
of
of it.
magical hats.
Do you want one?
A magical hat?
No, that's mine. An animal out of it.
No, I don't
I'll
really
give,
want
I'll,
to...
I'll give you one to say thank you for the wine.
Sure.
Sure. Love badger.
Particularly ugly rat.
Aww.
How's my brew turning out?
Make me a roll for I can't remember what we used last time for your beer brewing.
Medicine?
Yeah. Let's say it's medicine.
There's no like cooking. Anything. Oh geez.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, what is that?
What
is that number?
4. But if it's medicine, then it'd be 12.
Okay. That's that could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Could be
It's
last
like-
time, and I think it was a natural one or something ridiculous.
I was gonna say like a beer,
made
but I didn't
cough
want to
syrup.
insult anyone like naming their favorite beer. So I'm not gonna.
It's a cough syrup.
It's cough syrup. I would imagine it's better than that.
Yeah, so you've got your. It's drinkable. It's not great. I would compare it to a beer that was drinkable but not great. But I don't like any beer, so that's all of
Drinkable
them are
but not great.
It tastes like Coors Light.
I was just about to say Coors Light.
It's not Jenny Light. It's Coors Light.
It's Coors Light.
They had there was this lady that I don't know if you guys saw this, but she had a sign up and she said I need more beer because she was quarantined and she had a Coors Light, and Coors delivered 150 cans of Coors, and if she's lucky, someone will actually deliver beer to her.
Exactly. There you go.
okay. In which case, you have recreated Fantasy Coors Light.
Yes.
I
It's
wouldn't.
Shelly and Coors Light.
Ivan, don't drink his. Don't. Stick to the wine.
He's happily passing it out.
Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
Give one to a dare.
I'm still at the little shop getting supplies
Oh, yes.
for food and trying to find cake.
Food-wise, they've got smoked crocodile, roast crocodile,
That sounds good.
marsh
Crocodile
rats.
gumbo. Crocodile shish kebab.
Look,
I'll take some of the crocodile. Do you have anything to make a cake?
they do have they do
Crocodile
sell
legs.
cakes.
Oh, they do sell cakes.
Yes, they're little berry-filled pastry things that are made from berries that grow in the swamp.
All right, I'll buy
Little pastries.
6 of them.
They'll happily go and sort of chat with you. So I hear you managed to. I hear Granny Twig was in fact a hideous monster disguise, and you killed her. And that's really good. And it's
Yeah.
lovely.
So the monster she was a hag. Be careful.
Heck, oh,
Do you know that eyeball that was inside that scarecrow that kept looking
oh,
around?
yeah, you've got one.
Can I have it?
It's a good luck charm.
It's not a good luck charm. It needs to be smashed.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna take it.
if you say so.
I'm gonna look at the counter and realize there's food on it. And I'm gonna look at the floor. I'm gonna drop the eyeball on the floor and then smash it with my foot. Step on it, crush it.
Yes, she gave them to everyone as a good luck charm.
No eyeballs were harmed in the making of this production.
All I can say
Everybody
is that
needs to destroy them
at
because
this rate, Grandma Twigs only had eyes for you.
Hey-o.
Oh,
I just had to make a bad pun and spin too. Sorry.
no, everybody needs to destroy them because I don't know if there's more hags and that's what they're using to keep an eye on everyone.
well, I'll make sure everyone knows. You see, I've really got my finger on the pulse here. We get all the rumours here at the shop, and we can get the word around fast.
Thank you. And how much do I owe you for?
For the pastries and the food and stuff, that'll be in total a silver.
All right.
Well, thank you for your custom.
Thank you.
Please come again. I hope you enjoy a long and pleasant stay in Bonebrook.
Thank you. I'll carry it over to the house.
Okay, so at this point in wherever we were, I can't recall where we were. Drinking ale. Comparing it to like Aldous returns with cakes
And gator meat.
and cake meat, and sort of food and drink flows through the evening.
I'm definitely using prestidigitation for my ale.
I'm gonna lean over to 5 and I'll be like, if these drinks were supposed to be private, we can either go upstairs or outside.
And he glances around to the other drinking. Maybe we can slip away.
All right.
And for the fun of it, Cressara, I'm going to ask you to make a stealth check.
Oh God.
You have to beat our perception. Good luck.
Mine's really
Words
low.
I can't
You're
say on
perfectly
Twitch.
safe. Mine's really low. All you gotta do is roll a natural 20 and you're set.
Just play with your
Meet
rat, okay?
And Five just says, meet me outside, and slips away.
Okay, listen, Cressara could get a boyfriend here, okay? So that's everybody just eat your drinks and drink
Eat
your
our drinks.
eats.
I
Don't
call
pay
this
any
one
attention.
Gatorade.
Oh my God. I quit. That's it. I quit. I got a 14. I can't handle Gatorade.
This
Okay, so
episode
that's-
will never make it on YouTube because of all the trademarks we've mentioned. It's gonna get
Wait,
copyrighted.
you're not allowed to mention trade.
You're not allowed to mention like products.
Probably not.
It's like being on the BBC. Tonight on the BBC.
I'm pretty sure people mention products all the time on YouTube, paid and unpaid
Yes.
alike.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not a BBC program. We don't have to worry about product placement.
If they get free advertisement, they get free advertisement, whatever.
Isfjell is
This
not
episode is
sponsored by
sponsored by
Gatorade,
Gatorade.
Coors Light.
Or any of them.
Any pop culture
not a-
references are made for entertainment purposes only and are not
Only.
endorsement of products.
Your
No
message is
water
very
and no
textile
eyeballs were
license,
harmed in the
not
making.
included.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hashtag ad.
Right. Yeah, so you, Adair and Torvald, you can very clearly see Cressara. She's trying to subtly, well, whatever kind of subtle approach Cressara would take.
I'm gonna try to get out the door unseen. Slowly.
Torvald's gonna ignore her and just go over to Adair and go,
They're not very sneaky, are they?
No, they're not. I think it's worth keeping an eye.
No. Unless you're into that kind of thing. That's up to you, though.
I'm more worried about that he's got some ulterior plans than I am Cressara's plans are for him.
Well, she can handle herself, that's for sure.
I'm not gonna make the joke. Whatever, I'm done.
guys, we will not get Twitch banned.
Okay, Seth.
I'm just gonna not say anything at all.
Trust me, you
Yeah,
don't
her
want me
plan.
to.
Her plans fade to black. Okay,
Well,
so she's
I'm gonna
outside.
head back to the boat now.
You stay your ass inside.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so-
yeah.
Wait,
Outside,
where's Amalia?
I'm here. Everyone seems to forget me. I'm just gonna hang around the corner drinking. This ale's quite nice, actually. I've had I find it gets better after the 7th one.
That's because I've been flavoring it with prestidigitation. Here, have this
I mean,
cake. You can have my cake.
I mean, I can also prestidigitate stuff. I quite like it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's an acquired taste.
okay. Has everybody eaten?
Swamp berries.
More than the swamp berries.
The cake was very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I have more of that wine, actually?
I'm
looking around for the wine bottles. Did they take the wine bottles out with them when they left?
Fivin did take one of the bottles of wine, yes. It was half full still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass her the other bottle of wine.
Thank you. You're a wonderful young woman, and I think you have a lot of good ahead of you. I think this group of people is very strange.
There's no doubt. The gods kind of put us all together to make us do this, whatever we're on. I don't even know anymore, and
I just want you to keep being yourself and stay true to your values. What exactly are your values?
only 17.
You're 17?
Yes.
Oh. Uno's gonna awkwardly stand and give her a hug. It's okay. My parents died in a fire when I was only 3. She'll just pat your back.
I'm sorry. Aldous is gonna hug her back and start crying. How much ale have I had?
It's entirely up to you.
Am I drunk yet?
Again, entirely up to you.
Yeah, I'm drunk. Yeah, no, she's gonna start crying. I'm sorry your parents died.
No, it's fine. It was one of the best things. Well, that's inappropriate to say. It allowed for one of the best things to happen to me to happen.
I'm glad that you had good things happen.
I hope you have good things happen to you as well. Seek out good things. She'll start seeking you.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go back and sit down.
I've got to remember this recipe.
I think you just need to add a little wine in with the ale, and it'll.
Well, that's what you're here for now, isn't it?
Torvald.
Yes.
Protect this one. She tries so hard. She goes and gets cakes. Y'all are all so sweet. It disgusts me. She's just gonna sit back down.
While all this is going on, there with
I keep picturing Uno every time she says something, she stands up. And then sits down again.
She needs to make her presence known.
While this is going on, Adair is going to cast Speak with Animals and have a little conversation with his rat friend. And my attempt is to persuade the rat to do a small favor for me.
Okay, so the rat is. Oh my god, they're talking to me. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my god, they're talking to me. I don't know where I am. I just came. I don't know how I got here. I think someone teleported me. This is scary.
It's okay, you're a hat rat. We're conjured for a purpose, brought here to answer to me, the rat god. I need you to do me a small favor. Just a small thing. And when you're done, you can have all the rest of this ration that I have here been feeding you. How long did it take you guys to get drunk? For however long that was.
It's probably been at least an hour.
So it's just one small little favor that
Maybe either persuasion or animal handling here, depending on whichever you would prefer.
seems like. Okay, we'll go with animal handling.
I mean,
oh my,
it's an
I'm
animal.
so glad I did that. That's a 21.
Whatever you say, rat god. Whatever you say.
You remember the big scary one that brought you out of the hat? I want you to follow them, and if she gets into any trouble and it looks like she's in danger, back to me.
I just imagine the rat being like getting attacked.
I figure either way we're covered. This is all part of the plan.
Yes! Yes! Oh, great rat god! Yes!
So I will set the rat in a windowsill or the doorway or whatever.
And the rat scurries through to outside. Where outside, Fiven was awkwardly waiting for Chrysara. Right, it's a lovely night.
Mm-hmm. Drink some wine. She's just looking at him.
He kind of looks down at his feet, looks over at a nearby tree. You can keep the dressing gown, by the way. I mean, I only really need one, I guess.
Oh, does that mean I have to give one back?
But you took the other one?
You hadn't noticed. I mean, no. No.
It's been a busy day. There's been flying boats and more new people than I've seen in a long time. I'd quite like one of them back. It's cold here at night.
It does get very cold here at night. I suppose I could give one back.
Thank you. He just twiddles his thumbs.
You're not very good at flirting, are you?
What's No, I'm terrible at it. About as bad as I am at, politics and most other things. Like, I'm not a people person, if I'm being entirely honest.
I suppose it's all right.
Look, you... what I wanted to say is you are a beautiful, terrifying, formidable warrior, and also seem genuinely a nice person, and I'm very glad you agreed to share a glass of wine with me, and I was...
Let's take another sip of wine.
I mean, I know you've got to obviously be on your way. You've got a lot of heroics to be doing, and a lot of other small, depressed villagers to save. But whilst you are here for just... I mean, it's the comfiest bed in the house. You know that? I'm doing terribly at this. I'll go. I'll just go. Yeah. Okay.
No, don't leave. I mean, you're not bad looking, and I wasn't uncomfortable. That was very comfortable.
Well, the others are busy getting drunk in there. There's another staircase. You don't have to go back in there. Where?
There's a back way in.
Yes. What?
So are you
Yes.
suggesting we sneak back in and go upstairs?
Yeah.
All right.
And at that point, we will fade to black. As a few moments later, a rat comes scurrying back down to Adair.
Okay.
It's just like
No,
sorry. Shanky's comments on the chat are killing me right now. Okay, all better now. Okay. So I will give the rat the rest of the food and look at it, and
They're fine.
I assume it's been less than 10 minutes.
That awkward conversation probably didn't take long.
Awkward conversation
wait.
lasted sometimes, and then to go upstairs.
Has it been less than 10 minutes? Something you should.
At this point, to upstairs. It's probably been at least 10 minutes by that point.
I
So
meant
yeah,
by
it's
the
been more than
point they
10
come
minutes.
back
So you
in
need
and
to
the
count.
rat comes back.
The rat's like, there was some screaming, but it only lasted a few minutes. They seem fine now.
We got all night.
At this point, I would like to remind our audience that this is not a rated PG. This is, in fact,
Nope.
adult videos.
What do you mean we're talking about a rat?
Except
roles?
nobody acts like an adult.
I think there's roles that need to be done. I think.
Performance.
I am
Check.
I think there's
Performance
plenty
check.
of rolling going on. I was simply asking if the rat came back in, if it was less than 10 minutes since they came back in from their conversation outside. That's all.
Yeah, we're still upstairs.
So
Yes.
I'm
You
just
need-
trying to
Rat-
determine
rat-
if I can still speak to the rat.
You need a performance check. You need a Constitution saving throw.
And we all
And,
need
hey,
to make,
dexterity.
And a dexterity.
and we all
Or
need
acrobatics,
to
if you
make
prefer.
perception checks to see if we could hear any of it.
Oh, that's
I mean,
the scary
Christora's
thought.
not
We don't even
a
have to
loud
roll.
person.
We all have to roll.
Are we rolling? DM?
You really want to, you may.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna give the guy better than 10 minutes, okay? I'm not rolling for
I
that.
rolled a 19.
He's like, what, a couple hundred years old? He knows what he's doing.
You didn't ask how old he was.
I rolled
Chat,
a 19.
Chat says
Wait.
we also need to make a save against any diseases.
22. Yeah, that's what the Constitution saving throw is.
As long as he's 18 or older, we're good. Okay. That's all I needed.
More than 18, less than 100.
That's all I needed.
Hey, that's the range.
I hear everything. I
Why do
hear
they have to be less than
everything,
100?
And so I just drink more ale.
Yes. Noises can be heard from upstairs. The rat returns going, wait upstairs. Do you want me to follow?
I wouldn't do that to you, my little.
Oh no.
And as the people downstairs, as drinks flow, Amalia seems to have fallen asleep on the chair. Sort of, after probably being number 9 at this point.
I need to have an intervention with her after this.
Turns out she likes Dwarven Coors Light.
Dwarves light.
She likes Dwarves Light. Yes. And we will skip forward to the next morning. And I don't know if the rest of you went to sleep in the lumpy guest beds or downstairs or back on the boats. That is entirely up to you.
I stumbled back to the boat because I said I was going to sleep on the boat.
I'm still upstairs.
Torvald would go to the boat and engage the climate control thing.
The
bubble around.
I forgot your boat has, your boat has heating. It's
I'm going to
probably
bathe
warmer
the-
than the guy's
I'm going to-
house.
I'm going to bathe the poor rat because after witnessing that, it needed a shower or something.
Wait, did you have the rat go up and spy?
Yep.
The rat did not.
It had seen
Ugh.
enough.
Just us walking upstairs innocently.
No,
There
We
wasn't
heard it
anything
all.
innocent about it.
he ratted on you. Yep. He told us the whole tale.
Mm-hmm. Rat kebabs.
We're done with rat puns.
Did you say we're done with rat puns?
Are we done? It was a question.
Oh, I don't know.
For the moment.
All right. Yeah, for the moment. So, yeah. Yeah, the next morning you all wake in the various places where you went to sleep. For most of you, the nice warm boat. The master bedroom of the administrator's mansion. Well, mansion's probably a generous term. The administrator's house in Bonebrook. And Fiven wakes up, tries to slip out from under Cressara's arms to go make depressing porridge.
Aww.
None of the food here's good. I better go. Look, are you leaving today?
I'll have more than likely, probably.
If I had kind of magic way of getting in touch with you, I'd say I would keep in touch. But look, I'll still be here. Letters sent in the Empire will eventually make their way to Vonebrook. I suppose I can't address letters to the flying boat. That won't really work.
Perhaps you should come back with me to the ship and we'll ask Aldous. Maybe there's a spell or something to keep in contact. We can continue last night's conversation in the future.
Maybe. Yes. I mean, I'd like to. Yeah. And if you ever, passing anywhere in this vicinity, say that down. I'll be here.
This campaign has just been Cressara forming a family.
I know. She's just like.
She has been. Come on.
At the end, it's just gonna be like her just retiring in this house and with this mismatch of just random people she's met. It's like, this is mother, this is grandmother, this is daughter.
Her like 5 husbands for all of her adopted daughters.
And then just 3 different rats every day.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
Those are the pets.
Is that or just a scattering of heartbroken people across the land going, she's not coming back.
She kind of likes this one. She might not one night stand him.
But yeah, he says, he hands you one of the dressing gowns.
A memento to remember you by.
You seem very, very attached to it.
Oh yes, I quite like it.
Except
And
for
I'll
last night.
hold it up.
Hey.
Right.
Looks very nice on the floor, and I'll put it in my bag.
Yes. Right. Well, yeah. Aldous. You said we should talk to Aldous.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be awkward with the others.
We're all adults-ish.
Right. Okay. And you make your way down to the boat and the others. Fiven trailing a little behind, nervously, like.
I'll link arms with him. You don't have to be afraid of them. They're my friends.
You're quite a scary bunch, if I'm being honest.
We're just loud. You wouldn't say
No,
scary.
it's the quiet one that worries me the most.
Adair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Just give him a badger and he'll like you. He loves badgers. I don't know what it is, but he loves badgers.
Do you have that hat on your head right now?
I do.
You've got 2 rats on your head.
You can feel them scurrying around.
I forgot that's the command word for my hat.
Right. So the rest of you see Fiven and Chrysara are approaching. Those of you who've been drinking probably got quite a headache. You have had a long rest though.
Long rest.
Woohoo. Here, Amalia going, ow, ow, ow.
Are you all right?
I am never drinking beer again. Or ale.
Ow.
How much did you drink?
I don't know. I don't think there's any left. Torvald, you need to get better at making ale.
What do you mean? I feel fine.
How much did you let them drink, Torvald?
Well, I had more than both of them combined. I'm not sure what's wrong with them.
It's just
Light
bad.
reads.
No, it was just, I don't know, bad.
She is a child. She is a child.
Well,
true.
children younger than her drink in our culture.
Yes, but I always limit myself to 4.
Did you go over 4?
Of course.
Then quit complaining, drink water. Though I do have a question for you. Suppose you wanted to keep in touch with someone for a long distance. How would you go about doing that? If, say, one person was on a flying ship and another person was stationary, like, how would letters work?
Set up elaborate magical methods of conversation so that way you can keep in touch with your family in all major port towns.
Or train carrier pigeons.
I'm gonna go with Uno's response. And how do we do this?
My family's very wealthy.
We are not, unfortunately.
My apologies.
Oh, that reminds me, Torvald. Yes, I owe you 47 gold and 3 silver.
I already did that. I got it.
He's gotta give it to you first.
Well, I figured he gave it to us when we.
No, he gave it to you last night.
Yeah. Hey-o.
Yeah, no.
There's so many inappropriate jokes.
He discussed it previously. This time he hands over the money.
How are you feeling this morning?
Me? Fine. Great. Yes.
Torvald's gonna start checking him over to see if he has any broken bones.
Adair's going to walk over to Chrysara and put his hand out like this to her.
She'll hand her hand out.
He turns her hand over, puts a seed in it, winks at her, and as he turns away, the seed blooms into a small flower.
Oh, so I can give that to Fiven.
Is that a pregnancy test? It's a magical pregnancy test.
No. No.
It's a boy.
Am I supposed to give this to him? Okay.
He's just gonna walk away, shaking his head.
I'm gonna give it to him. As soon as what you want. And I'll walk over and I'll...
Wait, is he a druid? Oh shit, he's a druid.
Yeah, didn't you know?
I was distracted.
As Torvald's like...
Will you get your hands off of him?
I'm trying to see if it's got any broken bones. I know how you are.
Torvald, I'm flattered, can you please get your hands off me?
Thankfully, nobody heard that except maybe Tim.
Wait, who said what?
Said he only has one.
Oh. It's just spiraling. This is just. He takes the flower and.
But maybe it's magic and we can communicate that way, so just hold on to it.
Look, as I said, you send letters here. I can.
I'll send them.
Wait. I mean, letters take a long time to get anywhere in the Empire, especially out here on the outskirts. But they'll find me here eventually. And look, if you're passing through, if you think you're going to pass near any major places, I can send letters there. But I suspect you're not the kind of folks that spend a lot of time in cities and places with a postal service. And I don't think the post goes as far as Isfjell.
Well,
There was.
you can, or Sorlinsby. If they get to Sorlinsby, they'll make their way to Isfjell.
Sorlinsby isn't Isfjell.
Well, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I don't remember all of my geography points at the moment.
That was an out of character correction.
Okay.
Sorlinsby is a village inside of Isfjell.
Okay, so she'll look over. Where's the next large city we're going to? Where are we going? Where exactly are we going? Anyone?
We're going back to the Druids next time.
I assume we'd go back to check on Ira's corpse and see if it's still a corpse at some point. You may have forgotten about Ira. She was this young lady who was...
So
Corpse is a
Ira,
corpse, of course.
Ira was the one who was gonna tell us where to go next.
Oh.
That's one good reason you'd Ira back. She's the only person who knows where you're going.
Unless
You do know you were heading west looking for giants. That was.
I will send letters, and it will say where I am, and I will tell you if we plan on staying there any length of time or where we're headed next. This is the best I can do. Don't talk to any other barbarian females.
There's more of you?
Nope.
No, I won't.
There's only one Kasara, that's for sure. For better or for worse.
unless you go to Isfjell.
Richer or poor.
And sickness and in health. I did not take the ceremony spell.
That would be rushing into things a bit much.
Yeah, just a bit.
Well, you're talking to the person who adopted a Fey demon.
No, she's
within
a Fey
days.
maiden. Ice Fey maiden.
Fey demon? Ice Fey demon?
I wish you all the very best on your whole saving the world thing, and I hope you manage to get your friend back, and of course your daughter, and please come back one day.
I'll come back.
Oh.
It's Joel. She'll hug him and kiss him.
Aww.
Aww, this is
Told him about name George.
saccharinely sweet. Uno's probably
Yeah.
Uno
it's-
has to
it's
be
all
wondering
sweet
what
and
the hell
mushy.
she has signed on for.
She has no idea.
If you get sorry,
I was gonna say we're gonna get back on the boat and get ready
Yeah.
to take off.
I didn't
Climb
leave
back.
the boat.
back onto the cloud, maiden.
And as we're flying away, Torvald's gonna use thaumaturgy to kind of cast his voice down and say,
Thank you for everything. Make sure you get checked out.
And I'll turn around and just smack him.
Roll for damage.
Don't listen to him.
And as a fist fight breaks out on the Cloud Maiden,
I'm going to shout off as that's happening, and I'm going to say, make friends with the lizard people. They're not terrible people. And that's for the whole
Invite
town.
them over for wine and upstairs.
No! And another fist fight breaks out as she smacks.
I only have
the
a
boat
question.
sails away.
Who's flying? The boat just took off on its own. The boat wanted to get the hell out of there.
I assumed Aldous was flying, but
Amalia's flying?
I assumed Aldous was flying, but
I did too.
Uno is shaved down regardless.
as the boat sets off, and as you're increasingly hard to make out shouts of advice down to the people, you disappear off into the morning sky. I think that is as good a point as any to leave things for today, and we will we'll find out next week if well, what will happen with Ira? Will the party get their paladin back? What becomes of Uno? And what happens when the DM finally remembers all the sending stones that the party has?
Correct.
Which have probably at this point just got voicemails on them.
Yeah, Ira has at least one, so here you go.
Your sending stone message
Maybe
box
an
is full.
It's stoned.
Yeah, so thank
The
you
person
all
you're
for
trying to
joining
reach is a
us.
voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Please keep watching us, even after this. Please continue to tune in and watch us.
Especially after this.
Especially
Hey,
after
the best
this.
part.
What can I say
This is a
except you're
very
welcome?
special. Thank you for joining us for a very special episode of Isfjell.
And this is a lesson, kids. Don't accept drinks from strangers because you never know what's going to happen.
Nope.
Oh, rats will spy on you.
There you go.
I
Good
trusted
thing no one's meeting any
Torvald.
strangers right now.
I trusted Torvald.
Yes. For those of you who missed our announcements at the beginning, or if we were muted, which we may have been,
Yes.
we will be here again next week as we sort of wrap up this, attempt desperately to wrap up this current arc and close off some loose threads. It won't work. And then on the 16th of May, we will be moving across to McStabber's studio and joining Black Death and over there. And there are a lovely bunch of people when they're not pretending to be murderous vampires. And we hope that you join us across there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Definitely follow us.
Follow us over. And in the meantime, I'm catching up with getting the past episodes of Isfjell up on YouTube. I think we're up to
21 now.
either 18 or 19 so far. The ones I've got around to
You done.
sorting everything for.
Make sure
And,
you contact all those companies that we put sponsorships in for.
The people of Coors Light, if you are listening, we would of course very much welcome a sponsorship deal. I feel that we definitely put across the brand you want to present.
Definitely. Or, any other company, Viagra, we don't discriminate.
No.
We don't care. It's more relevant for you.
There might be more fade to blacks if Viagra was one of the sponsorships.
That's true.
Yes.
Ira and Torvald's slow burn is going to erupt in a major way, unfortunately.
We have to resurrect his dead girlfriend.
Did you say erupt?
I'm going back to the forest. I don't know what's going on. Is it like rutting season or something?
Apparently. It is technically spring.
That is true. Yeah.
Welcome to spring.
In
Everyone's
the game,
Twitter
it's
famous.
winter. But yes, there's just poured air and also Aldous and Amalia, who are teenagers, to watch this man witness this. You not set an example. No. All right. I think that is everything. I think we say good night.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.